Religiously, understand the 7 principles of hell, you'll understand the 7 demons within you. You'll understand that whole concept. It's a whole metaphysical concept. We ain't go over that, but anyway, so.
Hey, what up, everybody? I hope all of y'all is having a blessed and humble day. Continue to have a blessed and humble morning. This y'all shorty Rachel, and I want to welcome all of y'all to the Writers for Life brings you the Let's Talk About It podcast. Blessings to everybody in the chat, yo. Welcome to Philly, baby. I'm not sure where y'all watching from, man, but listen, it's 1:19 a.m. here in North Philadelphia. HP in the building. All right. Today we're going to be talking about SHEIN, all right, church and starving kids. When women say enough, all right, it is so much going on. And I know there's not going to be nobody in the chat right now. There's a lot of people live, man. But, I was supposed to do this live earlier. Like, I've had this live set up since like 11. I've had a few distractions. I was actually supposed to be on like around by 11:45, 11:58. All right, but I had a few distractions. We here. I'm not sure where y'all watching from, but man, listen, we do these lives, all right, so that we can have conversations that matter. All right, to some it might not matter, but we're trying to find ways on how to improve, all right, everything around us within, our own family structures to the things that are happening within our communities and much more. All right. We know we can't change the world in one day. Can we make a difference little by little? All right. And that's where, the change starts coming in. All right. Um, a lot of these videos might be, new. I mean, how can I say old to some, but they might be new to, some to others. So I appreciate those that, have patience with a shorty, rock out with a shorty, all right? Don't mind the mind-provoking questions, all right? Don't mind joking around here, all right? And keep it respectful. Too many people are disrespectful. And listen, if this ain't your type, how can I say, if this ain't your type of atmosphere, listen, the door's right there. Just make sure the doorknob doesn't, hit you with a good Lord split you on some real shit, all right? If our opinions, if what we're saying offends you, you don't got to be here. I suggest you log off, all right? Because I don't got time to argue with people. I straight up block, all right? People say they want to roast, they want to joke around, but they don't even know how to do that. So if what we're saying offends you, you can't stay on topic, all right? If you can't, how can I say, keep it respectful, you don't got to be here. So with that being said, all right, before, how can I say, before we dive into these topics, all right, I got 4 topics, all right, and we're gonna start off with 3, and then I'm gonna get into, what actually got me started into this, how can I say, what actually got me started here on YouTube, which was actually speaking up for the kids. You see where I'm coming from? So the last topic we're gonna be speaking on is gonna be, it has a lot more to do with us advocating for our kids, right? It's about a teacher, right, an evil teacher that sat here and, where is it? Ah, it took me off. Why did it do that? It's about an evil teacher that dragged and kicked a 7-year-old through the school hallways. All right. So that's going to be the very last topic that we, hit on. It's like an a 12-minute video around there. All right. But I feel as though we need to hit on that. We need to talk about that. All right. But like I was saying, before we dive into these topics, all right, I need y'all to sit with this, all right? Our ancestors didn't survive ships, lashes, or how can I say, and stolen names for us to abandon our babies, right? Chase clout, or wait 3 hours for a brand that doesn't see us. They endured so that we can protect, uplift, reclaim. So tonight we're not just reacting, all right? We're remembering, all right? We're unpacking 4 stories that expose how far we've strayed from our sacred duty to protect our own. And we're going to talk about how to get back to that truth. All right. We're going to be talking about, how can I say, Australia Hernandez de Jesus. All right. When love becomes neglect. A mother left her babies, ages 3 and 1, alone starving while she rode around with her boyfriend. All right. So we got this judge named Boyd. And, Judge Boyd called it what it was: dangerous, unacceptable, and selfish. What she does, we'll see when we get to the video. All right. The lady pled guilty and got, how can I say, deferred adjudication, parenting classes, and restrictions. Do y'all think that's enough? This ain't just about one woman. It's about a culture that teaches us to chase validation over responsibility. All right. Our babies are not collateral damage in our search for love. If your healing journey doesn't include protecting your children, it's not healing. All right. It's harm. We need to rebuild a village where mothers are supported, not isolated, where sisters are checked on. Like, how can I say, where sisters check on each other before the system does. Why do we have to wait for the system to step in to become parents? All right. We have a baby that dies in a hot car while parents at church. All right. A baby died in a hot car while the parents were inside a church service. Another case of misplaced priorities, ritual over reality. All right. Let me tell y'all this. All right. Faith without accountability is fatal. All right. You can't praise God while your child is dying outside. This is a wake up call. All right. Spiritually. All right. Like, spiritually must include responsibility. Our ancestors prayed, yes, but they also protected. They didn't leave babies behind for sermons. They knew that, how can I say, they knew that the divine lives in the care of our children. All right. And what's crazy is, right, we got SHEIN, all right, SHEIN pop-up disaster. That's what, listen, that shit, when they sent me that video, shout out to Pink, I think it's Pink Book Lessons, all right? Like, why are women saying never again? Women waited 3 hours at SHEIN, all right, at SHEIN pop-up in Atlanta, only to be disappointed. Many felt disrespected, unseen, and exploited. What's crazy is we keep showing up for brands that wouldn't even cross the street for us. SHEIN ain't our savior. It's a symptom. Fast fashion, long waits, and zero respect. We deserve better. We need to build, support, and amplify black-owned brands that honor our time, our beauty, and our legacy. Our ancestors didn't wait in line. They built their own. All right. They didn't sit here for people to tell them what to do. Tonight's stories aren't just tragic. All right. They are reminders that we've got to work to do. We've got work to do. All right. That our babies are watching, that our ancestors are watching, and that every choice we make either honors their sacrifice or spits on it. So here's what we do. All right. We check on the mothers in our communities. We educate ourselves on child safety and mental health. We stop giving our time and money to brands that disrespect us. We build platforms, businesses, and communities that reflect our worth, because we are the legacy, and it's time we act like it. All right. And I know there's going to be a lot of people that pop up. Oh, what legacy? What this? Motherfucker, you are your own legacy. What you leave behind for your children. You see where I'm coming from? But, that's a topic for, another day. All right. So, let me see. I got to put the right video on. All right, give me 1 second. That's not it. This is it. All right, do I got the right video on? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Let me adjust the volume real quick. All right. Here we go. Listen, I'm trying to get this little streaming list to work. All right, soon y'all will see the links down below for different channels, for Shorty's poetry books, and much more. I'll figure this out. I gotta like I'm getting the hang of it, man. But here's the video, all right. And before we get started, all right, I want to remind you, all right. This is what happens when love fails the innocent, all right. Two babies barely old enough to speak were found starving alone and afraid, not in a war zone, not in a forgotten alley, but in their own home while their mother drove in circles with a man who wasn't circling back for them. All right. This isn't just about a mother's failure. It's about a system that lets trauma go untreated. All right. Cycles of neglect go unchallenged and how can I say desperation, all right, masqueraded as love. All right. We must ask, what leads a mother to abandon her children for fleeting companionship? What healing never happened in her own story? And what accountability looks like when the victim can't speak for themselves? Consequences must be real, not just fines and probation, but transformation. Parenting classes aren't enough if the how can I say if the heart isn't being rebuilt. Deferred adjudication can't defer the pain those children felt. No contact, right? No contact orders don't erase the memory of abandonment. So let's be clear. Mothers who neglect their children must face consequences that protect the child and confront the root cause. That means therapy, community, oversight, and long term support, not just punishment. All right. But we also need to ask, where was the village? Who saw the signs and stayed silent? All right. What systems failed to intervene before it got this far? All right. This case is a mirror, right? And it's asking us, will we keep looking away or will we start building a world where no child is left hungry for love, safety, or protection? All right. What drives a mother to choose companionship over her children's survival? All right. Can we create, how can I say, is there a way to address generational trauma and emotional dependency through mandatory trauma informed therapy? Can we create support networks for single mothers that prioritize emotional wellness and accountability? Let's continue. Listen to this.
All right, court is calling 2024 CR 012173 state.
Okay, buckle up, because today's case involves a young mom, a troubling charge, and a whole lot of questions about responsibility. We're talking about abandonment, kids. Left alone, and a plea deal that's about to unfold in real time. Let's get into it.
Versus Estrella Hernandez de Jesus. Could I have parties announced for the record? State.
Rick Pena for the state of Texas.
Defense.
Help for the defense.
And are you Ms. de Jesus?
Yes.
Counsel, have you received all discovery?
I believe I have, Your Honor.
And did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. de Jesus, did you review the application for deferred adjudication or community supervision with your attorney? And did you understand it?
Yes.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it? Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Your Honor. So we're proceeding on count 1 of the indictment and we'll waive count 2. No objection, Your Honor.
All right.
I hate when they put music in the background. Like, why y'all put this dumb music in the background?
Did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you're charged with the offense of abandoning or endangering a child with intent to return? That is a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to.
Quick legal sidebar. A state jail felony in Texas isn't just a slap on the wrist. It can carry up to 2 years in lockup, and that's before any fines. So when the judge says up to 10,000, that's not just legal fluff. That's a real price tag on poor decisions.
$10,000 fine.
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent. Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yeah.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine?
Yo, this shit is crazy. Like, she probably waived her right to a jury trial probably because she knew 12 moms would have sentenced her to parenting boot camp and a lifetime of supervised FaceTime. Like, yo, she said, yeah. It's like, I can't even barely hear. Is you a woman or a little girl? See, that's the difference. We keep putting these females in the same category. You know, no. We keep putting these females, right, in the same group, right, of real women. And they're not. They're not. They're still, she can't even speak up with her chest out. But yo, listen, what's crazy is she was able to ride around with her little so-called boyfriend on a joyride.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, she has.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
She is, Your Honor.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I believe so.
Has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or
point.
placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, yeah.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, yeah.
According to the plea, the state is proceeding on count 1. There's a $1,500 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication in the parenting class. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes.
Defense?
Yes, Judge.
State?
That is the plea, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, yeah.
By signing that, you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes.
Counsel, there be any such motions?
There are none, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 3 years,
Damn.
150 hours of community service restitution, no contact with the complainants,
That's it.
the MRT, TAP evaluation, and follow all recommendations. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to pursue?
Here it comes, the pivotal moment.
Hold up, that's all she's getting for leaving her 2 kids behind starving in a car while she went on a joyride with her boyfriend? Nah.
All the legal prep, the admonishments, the waivers, it all leads to this, her guilty plea. And remember, even though she's pleading guilty, deferred adjudication means she might avoid a conviction if she completes everything the court orders.
Wow.
Follow those recommendations.
Do y'all believe this is her first time doing it? I mean, it could be her first time being in front of a judge. I mean, everybody makes mistakes, but these are your kids, man. Like, how you forget your kids? How you leave your kids behind to go on a joyride with a man? Like, this shit is crazy.
Then to the offenses charged in count 1, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Yes.
State any
She was
evidence.
wrong.
Yes, Your Honor. At this time, state offers into evidence State's Exhibit 1 with all attachments.
No objections from defense, Your Honor.
Okay, state, you may be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver and consent to stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, yeah.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call and the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. Right, after reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, the court will defer finding you guilty as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
With your permission, Judge, we would respectfully request to waive the PSI.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
If it pleases the court, first of all, regarding the $1,500 fine, we would ask the court to probate at least a portion, if not
I
all
will
of it.
probate the fine.
She is 22 years old, and she does have these 2 young children. She is not receiving child support currently.
So she's a baby having a baby. And you see, this is why I'm saying, like, listen, just because they're able to work or they're mature in certain areas doesn't mean they're mature in all areas. This is a baby having a baby, making mistake after mistake. And everybody, 16 means you're grown, man. We had a whole live speaking on this. Sure, they changed that, right? Like, is there a way that we could come together and, change the concept, how can I say the age of consent being 16? You see where I'm coming from? Like, because it's crazy. Some of these chicks are getting pregnant by older men, right? And what's crazy is, right, some of them are not all out here, giving it up. People don't even believe there are still some virgins walking amongst us, all right? Like, if we knew we fucked up when we was at that age, right, is there a way that we can get our, why it's hard for us to do it? Because, some families are able, to keep their kids on track. Others aren't able. There is a halfway thing, right? They're able to, communicate with their kids, have a bond with their kids, but keeping them on track. And this probably has to do because some parents spoil their kids, you see, coming straight out the wound. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not. These are just random thoughts in my head, opinions. You see where I'm coming from? All right, just trying to figure this out. All right. But then we also got to realize you got the parents that don't care, all right, about their kids at all. All right, their kids are just roaming these streets doing whatever they want to do. All right. So the bad influence, you see where I'm coming from? That's where that leads to. So, I mean, it's hard. It's a real hard topic, especially when you only come across a few people that's got ideas for this. Everybody else is like, well, I was 16. I got pregnant at that age. It was okay. Is it okay for every 16-year-old? See where I'm coming from? Like, and we're talking about a 22-year-old right now in jail. They left her kids behind, right, to go on a joyride with her boyfriend. Kids starving in the car. She's talking about she was going to come back around.
Currently, she's been incarcerated for several months. The children have been placed by CPS with her aunt, Maribel Villegas. And as soon as she gets out, CPS has recommended some programs for her to do some services, which she will.
Now the emotional gears shift. The defense is painting a picture. Young mom, no child support, trying to do the right thing post-release. But the AES, court's not buying vague intentions. It's about to dig into what really happened that day.
That's crazy. Go ahead, dig in. Man, y'all, I think that the court was too lenient, man. Like, how does society normalize neglect when it's wrapped in romantic desperation? Like, is there a way to launch public awareness campaigns that challenge toxic relationship dynamics and glorified, right, codependency? Integrate, right, relationship into education into parenting programs. I feel as though she should have went to parenting classes before she had this baby. It should have been voluntary, all right? Emphasizing boundaries in child first decision making. But maybe I'm wrong. All right. But I would love to hear y'all input down below. Those in the chat, right? Y'all can leave your input, have a conversation with a shorty, man. Let's get this discussion started. How can we improve this within our communities? How can we, help the younger generation stop popping babies like they're freaking factories?
To inform me that she is ready, willing, and more than willing and able to perform. So we've just addressed the recommendation by the DA of no contact with the two complainants, which are her children. She would like to have at least no harmful and injurious contact or possibly some supervised contact, whatever CPS recommends based on her progress with respect to their plan that they have. She does have a plan for employment once she gets out. That'd be to immediately get with some temporary services and agencies until she can find steady, regular employment. I
mean, where were her parents at when she got pregnant? Why wasn't her children, Why wasn't her parents, helping her in the beginning or something? Like, see, I mean, there's so many reasons why she was young, having kids. She's only 22 with 2 children. You see where I'm coming from? Because she have had, the child one when she was 17 or 18. You see where I'm coming from? Then the other one when she was 19 and 20. I don't know. I don't even know the ages of these kids, right? But why are children often the last to be protected and the first to be sacrificed in cycles of dysfunction? Is there a way to strengthen early intervention systems, teachers, neighbors, and healthcare workers, like to, be trained to spot signs of neglect, mandate regular wellness checks for families flagged in prior CPS cases, even post adjudication? I mean, I don't know. Something has to be done. You see where I'm coming from? Like, if CPS said no contact with the kids or the boyfriend, honestly, that's the healthiest breakup she's ever had. I'm not going to sit here and lie. Like, sis, you better start some mandatory parenting classes. Like, they better start with how not to leave your kids hungry while you chase Mr. Wrong.
Her last such employment was with Toyota 2 years ago. She had to leave that job because of the commitments that she had with these 2 young children. She was unable to be at work all the time because she didn't have sufficient sitters for the children. Her aunt has stepped up, and that's who should be relying on.
Oh, so we know that.
Judge.
All right.
We do know the aunt has been stepping up. But is it the aunt's responsibility? I mean, if the aunt has stepped up, right, where's the failure? I mean, we see somebody stepping up, but why is she still failing?
So here's my question for you. Why were you not at home with your children on this day?
So what happened was I had a friend, she came to the house and she lived on the next block. She was going through it with her boyfriend. She wanted me to go help her pack a bag. She was scared that he was gonna hit her. So it was supposed to be a quick
So
thing.
here's my question.
Wait.
What were you planning on doing if her boyfriend were to show up?
Well, he was there, so she was scared. She was scared that he was gonna break everything in the house and hurt her. So I was trying to help her.
So how you helped her was you left let me make sure my math is right. The offense date is 2024.
Help you out, Your Honor. The children were 3 years old and 1 year old at the time.
Yeah. So you decided, let me go help my friend with her crazy boyfriend and leave children alone who can't even take care of themselves in a house by themselves.
It was in a house.
And it wasn't just for 2 minutes, because the child who could talk said that they were thirsty and hungry. So tell me, where does, what is his name? Where does Mr. Adrian Ruiz play into all of this?
He was giving me a ride. He was down the street and he came with me. And we took the car. We went right there on San Fernando, which is on the next street.
No, because in the police report, people are saying that your car was driving up and down the street.
No, Your Honor, it's not my car. That was his car. I was at home all day.
The people who were in the car, which was you and this Adrian Ruiz person, were driving up and down the street. That's what it says. I spoke to the witnesses. They stated they were outside in the yard having a barbecue. They stated they had seen the above listed car driving up and down the street all day, but had not seen anyone in the apartment or any adults around the apartment from at least 7 p.m. Witness stated the party had been outside since 7 p.m. Witness.
Yo, this shit is wild.
Adults around the apartment from at least 7 p.m. Witness stated the party had been outside since 7 p.m. Witness stated they were listening to music and he heard something that sounded like screaming, so he turned down the music.
Imagine the scene. A toddler banging on a window, crying for food and water. This isn't just poor parenting. It's a public safety emergency. And the judge...
She was gone all day until 7 p.m.? This is wild.
Judge is laser focused on accountability, not excuses.
Witness.
This is crazy, yo. what is going on with some of these parents, yo? Like, so let me get this straight. She left 2 toddlers alone with no food, but made sure her gas tank was full for a joyride. Priorities powered by unleaded delusions. Like, parenting tip number 1: if your boyfriend's idea of romance is circling the block while your kids starve, sis, that's not love. That's a felony with one side of foolishness on some real shit.
Stated that they heard loud banging and screaming and looked to the incident location, and they saw victim 1, and victim 1 is the 3-year-old banging on the window and crying. They spoke to the victim. The victim said she was all alone. She was hungry and thirsty. And then the witness went to the front door to try to see if an adult was at home. And the witness stated the front door was wide open, but the screen door was locked. Witness called the victim to the front of the house and had the victim unlock the door. And that's when they arrived on the scene. So that's what I'm reading. So why are you driving up and down the street with Adrian Ruiz, and who is he to you? Is that your boyfriend? Who is he?
My ex-boyfriend now.
All right. So
Her ex-boyfriend now. That's her ex-boyfriend now. What does justice look like when the victims are too young to speak? Is there a way to reform sentencing to include restorative, right? How can I say, justice models that center the child's long-term healing? Required, how can I say, modern reunification plans with psychological evaluations before any parental contact is allowed? How do we hold mothers accountable without ignoring the societal failures that shape them? All right. Can we pair legal consequences with community rehabilitation, parenting mentorship, all right, job replacements, and mental health support? Like, fund programs that help mothers break cycles of poverty, abuse, and neglect before the courts get involved. Like, is there even a possibility of doing that, especially with all the cuts that Trump is doing? Like, my next live is going to be involving on how, not my next live, but because I'm not sure when I'm going to talk about it, because I'm still trying to put some videos and some research together, right, on how Philadelphia right now is supposed to be underfunded really, really bad. All right, they're like in a debt. So how can that be possible when a lot of cities or a lot of communities, right, are in debt or underfunded? Like, what's crazy is to the point where, a lot of people don't know this. That's why I'm going to do a live, and I'm trying to put everything together, right? Like, in Philadelphia, they're trying to make certain parts of Philadelphia, right, little smart cities, right? Like, I don't know how to break it down, all right now. That's going to be a topic for another live, right? And people don't even peep that. It's going to be, the rich versus the poor right now. Ain't no more in between, all right? So we need to get our shit together and find ways, all right, how to make this stuff work. And I'm sorry if, I'm cussing a little bit. I think I did good so far. But, it's time for us to get our stuff together, for real, all right? And find ways how to make our communities prosper. How can we make these improvements while we're so divided? All right?
ex-boyfriend now? Was he your ex-boyfriend then? All right, so this is my problem. You were with this Adrian Ruiz. Is he the biological father of any of these children? No. So
Lord
stop with the
mercy.
nonsense. What ended up happening is you are how old?
22.
You're 22. You're still acting as though you're out here in the streets single with no children.
Mm-hmm.
And what you have done is you put Adrian Ruiz Jr. How old is he?
He's 25.
He's 25. I guarantee you he doesn't want to be saddled down with 2 children. And you're riding up and down the street with this person while your 3-year-old and your other child who's younger than the 3-year-old are at home starving, don't have anything to drink or any food. Did you have food that day?
I have food, yes.
Did you drink that day?
Yes, so did
They
my
didn't. Because guess what? These children, some of them drink milk, some may have water, some of them need their diapers changed. I guarantee you their diapers were not changed and their diapers were dirty because the neighbor said that you had not been there and those children had been there all day
No,
by themselves?
they weren't there by themselves all day. I was there all day with them.
No, they say you were driving up and down the street with your then boyfriend. And here's the thing, I understand things get dicey for young people. They're just like, you know what? I want to live my life. I'm settled with these two children. And I was putting my dreams and my hopes and my stars and my moon on the biological father of these children. He's not stepping up. I'm not receiving child support. And you know what? People should be thinking about that before they start having a lot of children. You understand?
Yeah.
And anything could have happened to these young children. Could have been some, instead of this nice person who was knocking on the door trying to take care of your children, could have been somebody who's a child molester and like, hey, this is a cute little baby.
That's some
And
real
then
shit.
you would have been on the news screaming, somebody took my child. I don't know where they are.
Right.
Help me, please. When
That's a fact. That's a fact. And people don't realize stuff until the devil comes knocking at their door. Man, listen, karma works two ways. It could be your friend or it can cause you chaos.
it was because you were being a horrible mother. You understand?
I understand that.
I don't think you do. I think 2 years down the line, there's going to be another boyfriend. And the reason why I say that is because when mothers have child protective services cases, you know what people always tell them? Don't get involved with any more guys. Concentrate on getting a job, bettering yourself, and taking care of your children.
I like
You know
this
what
judge.
always happened? During the middle of CPS, when children are being returned, next thing you know, mother has a new boyfriend, somebody from prison that, oh, he's changed. He's a great guy. And in the meantime, you're putting your children's lives in danger. And children don't get to say, hey, you know what, mom, you're making some stupid decisions out here and it's going to impact me. People don't care because you're all in your feelings with this Adrian Ruiz Jr. guy. And guess what? If he were a good guy, you know what he would have said? I will come visit you at your house, but you cannot leave infants to take care of themselves. Instead, he didn't. And now you're telling me some lame story about you going to your friend's house to help her with a boyfriend that's being abusive when you don't even have your life in order. If her boyfriend were being abusive, you would have picked up the phone and called the police. Because what are you going to do? Are you going to get over there and fight a guy? No. You're just doing silly stuff and putting your child's life in danger. And I'm going to do this no contact order. If CPS wants her to have contact with her children, then what's going to end up happening is they're going to have to appear. They can appear by Zoom if they want to appear by Zoom and come to me with the child's ad litem and say why there should be a contact order. How far did you go in school?
I got my GED.
And what have you been doing with your life other than having children and driving up and down the street with Mr. Ruiz?
I was going to cosmetology school for a little bit, but I didn't have babysitters. So I stopped going and I started going to Toyota Butex. That's when I was working there for a little bit. I got into this program called Goals. And I was doing that. Basically, I get monthly payments. I would get monthly payments from them. I had to make goals and I get incentives for completing goals.
Here's the thing. When people decide to have children, they should decide to have children and have plans for who is going to be the babysitter. You understand? There's a $1,500 fine that'll be probated. Proof of employment within 30 days of release. No employment as a home health care provider or with minors. TAP evaluation in custody. Follow recs. There should be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular random UAs. There's to be.
Yo, good. She's banned from working with kids or in home health care. Good. Let's also ban her from babysitting, pet sitting, and plant sitting. Just to be safe, yo, for real.
No contact with Adrian Ruiz Jr. If I could, if it were legal, I wouldn't let you have any contact with any adult male until you get your life in order and put your children first. But I'm not allowed to do that. So no contact with Adrian Ruiz or the complainants, CPS compliance, the MRT, 150 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once parenting classes are complete, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. Field visits 1 time per month until further notice, and counsel if Child Protective Services gives her parenting classes, which they should, those will be acceptable. And it will be 4 years deferred adjudication. Probation, is there anything else? No, Judge. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
Oh, yeah.
Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, sir.
Because this is plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing with CPS cases. If you're not going to put your children first, just let them know. And
Anybody threaten you or coerce
Oh. Damn, man. It got cut off right there. That is wild, all right? And that's the issue that we're having right now, right? We got immature mothers out here, all right? Babies having babies. Like, what would it take to build a culture where no child is left behind in silence, all right? Can we mobilize community-led child advocacy groups, right, that act as watchdogs and support systems? Is we able to create anonymous reporting platforms that empower bystanders to speak up without fear, right? And since there's nobody in the chat, right, giving their input, we're about to move on to the next topic. So let me get that ready. And in the meantime, let me leave y'all with this. All right. But like I've told y'all before, man, I would like to hear y'all input on this. Leave y'all comments down below. All right. And let's get the discussion started. All right, y'all. So we're going to dive in, right, on this next topic. All right. And it's a couple, right, that went into church while their baby died in a hot car. All right. Like, we need to do something before the system steps in. We must step up. All right. A baby died in a hot car while the parents were at church. All right. Let that sit with y'all. This isn't just tragedy. It's a reflection of how far we've strayed from the blueprint our ancestors carved in blood, sweat, and sacred wisdom. Before the government swoops in to correct our mistakes with foster care, surveillance, and punishment, we need to ask, where was the village? Where was the accountability? Where was the love? All right. Neglect doesn't always look like bruises. Sometimes it's a spiritual absence, emotional vacancy, prioritizing appearances over presence. We've got parents chasing salvation and fuse while their child is dying in the parking lot. All right. That's not faith. That's failure. So let's be clear. All right. The systems profit off our broken homes. Every child removed, every family shattered. It's a business. All right. Our ancestors didn't survive chains, lashes, and exile for us to abandon our babies in silence. We cannot keep outsourcing responsibility to institutions that were never built to nurture us. All right. So what's the way forward? All right. What's the what we can improve? All right. What's the what? What's the WAT we can improve? When you sit here, right, and you put what on a piece of paper, right, and then you put W on the top, right, so you could be able to write something down. Then you put A right there. Write a definition down for that. All right, and I'm not going to say a definition. I'm going to say like a little phrase or something, all right, a little quote, all right. Then you got the T, all right. W means for watchfulness, all right. Be present, be aware. Children need more than food, all right. They need your eyes, your time, your spirit. The A in what? Accountability, all right. Hold each other down. If you see neglect, speak. If you feel overwhelmed, ask, all right. Ask, because silence kills. The T in what? Tradition. Reclaim the ancestral blueprint. Our people raised generations through collective care, storytelling, and sacred rituals. We must return to that. And in order for that to happen, y'all have to figure out, all right, what tribe y'all come from. See, I know my ethnicity. I know my culture. I know that I'm a Taino. You see where I'm coming from? Like, I don't sit here and say, oh, I'm a Puerto Rican. Nah, man. My roots are Taino. They're Arawak. All right? This isn't just about one baby. It's about every child growing up unseen, unheard, and unprotected. It's about reclaiming our roles as guardians before the system plays savior. All right. We are the blueprint. We are the solution. We are the village. The answers that we seek, all right, are within us. So I gotta give a big shout out to Word, all right, for breaking all this down in a philosophical way, because people don't seem to realize that we are in a spiritual warfare. All right. Before we get this video started, I would like to ask y'all, how did we become more committed to institutions than to our own children? Do y'all believe that we can recenter family and community as sacred spaces, prioritize presence over performance, whether it's church, work, or social media, all right? Build rituals that honor the child's emotional and physical needs daily, all right? Because we got to be honest, all right? Like, if you really, really pay attention to this, all right? We gotta, like, let's get this straight, all right? They made it to church on time, but their baby didn't make it out the car alive. That's not salvation. That's spiritual. He's not live no more? That was a quick live. Damn, I was hoping that I'll finish this and go catch him. Usually he be on until like 5 o'clock in the morning. Oh man, I missed. I gotta go catch the replay. When I'm done this, I know I'm catch his replay. I'm gonna lay down and listen to it while I make some money on the phone playing games. But yeah, man. Back to this. All right. It's crazy how a couple goes into church, right? And they forget their kids. How you make it to, how you make it to the missionary? How you make it in front of the pastor, right? But your children stay behind.
A lot of people her husband said something in a different language, and then she said no. She. Right here.
Okay. We got some information, 3 hours left alone in a car.
Finn Drive is the one.
Yes.
Sunday, May 28, 2023, Palm Bay, Florida. A 911 call reports that an 11-month-old baby girl has been found in critical condition inside a parked vehicle at the Mount of Olives Evangelical Baptist Church. The caller, a member of the congregation, said the child had remained in the car for an extended period without anyone realizing she was there. Police and emergency responders are quickly dispatched to assist the scene and try to save the child's life. I'm Tyler, and today's Daily Dose of Crime features never-before-seen exclusive footage taken from police records and court documents. Every individual involved is assumed to be innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
This shit is crazy. Oh, let him play his little viewer discretion.
Discretion is advised for mature content.
This is wild. Before we play this video, because it's not my video, all right, guys, I do apologize for this. I have to do this, all right, because I've already gotten a couple strikes, so I gotta play this. I'm hoping I got the right one.
Copyright disclaimer: under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for the purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Fair use allows limited use of copyrighted material without permission from the copyright holder for purposes such as criticism, parody, news reporting, research, and scholarships and teaching. Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed on this video or any video, including the Writers for Life Brings You to Let's Talk About It podcast, do not reflects on the opinions of your shorty Racheal and the members of the Writer for Life podcast. Everything we talk about is allegedly and is our opinion. Our videos are not recommended for minors. Everything we talk about and do is meant for educational purposes and also entertainment. Please keep in mind that the majority of our videos are for educational purposes only. This world is crazy. I would say shady. Ironic, right? Nowadays, you can't trust no one. When you do, niggas be having their panties all in a bunch thinking that they own one. Saying the things that you accomplished in life is theirs and that you owe them one.
Oh, where'd the video go?
Where's the video? Kids inside, please. Kids inside now. Kids inside. All the kids inside. Let's get everyone that's not immediate family inside, okay? Stop. Go over there. Escort the ambulance. Hey, you're going to Holmes, am I right? No, we're not going to Holmes. Huh? No, where are you going? Palm Bay? Okay.
Authorities arrive at the scene and quickly assist the victim, rushing her to the nearest hospital.
Get my baby. Get my baby. Don't worry about me, please. We got the paramedics here. Get my baby. Get my baby. Go get her. Go get her. Go get her. Go get her. We get the little one out of the way. Go get my baby. Where is she? Why is that? Why? Why? What? Sit down. Sit down. Where's my baby? Where's she? She's in the ambulance. Go get her. Go get her. Go get her. She's in the ambulance. Go get her. No.
The church parking lot erupts into chaos and confusion. Officers try to restore order amongst witnesses, many of whom are visibly shaken after learning that a child is in critical condition, especially the mother, Boylene Momé, who is seen crying uncontrollably for her daughter. The tragedy unfolds slowly as officers ask that all the children remain inside the building. How could this happen? Who was responsible for the baby being left alone, trapped under Florida's relentless heat, with no one noticing?
A lot of people have Hey, whoever's not mom or immediate family, please step inside so we can keep control of everything going on. Baby, we're going to Palm Bay Hospital again. I promise you, the baby's getting help. I promise you. Please, sir, sir. Listen to me. Please, no, I did not. Look at me. Look at me. Sit up, sit up, sit up, sit up. You're gonna.
Family members and close friends try to console the mother, who appears devastated.
No, never went to.
Okay. And then the other kids' names?
Yeah, the name is different.
Yeah. Yeah. Au petit pois.
Yeah.
Je parlais du petit pois.
Un petit français.
Yeah. Au petit pois. Did all the kids stay outside the entire time?
Yeah, sure.
They were all outside?
They were no inside.
So, three went inside.
Three went inside, and the one was in the second row. She, because she already late for the church and she was gonna lead the service, and she went straight side with the other.
Sure, that is crazy. So because she wanted to lead the service, she went straight inside. What in the world? Like, let me get this straight one more time. Yo, she made it to church on time, but your baby didn't make it out the car alive. Lady, once again, that's not salvation. That's a spiritual malpractice. Like, if Big Mama saw this, she'd rise from the grave, snatch the keys, and say, we didn't survive slavery for y'all to forget the baby in the Buick. Like, what in the world? Because you wasn't going to make it to service on time. You left wait, but listen, 3 made it inside, right? And 2 got left behind in the, 3 made it in the inside, 1 got left behind in the car. I'm just confused. Like, where is Dad though? Like, where's the father in all this?
And now that's where she ended up by.
Okay. So the other 3 kids.
3 kids came with her inside.
And the other one's name?
We have Finley, Finia, Finia, Finaya,
Okay.
and Findra is the one.
I have her. You can
I
leave
think-
that. What was her position in the vehicle?
She was, I believe, right here.
Okay. And the other two here? Or
Yeah,
one
the
of
other two always here with her.
Okay.
That's right here.
Okay. Very
And
good.
most of the time she always, when she's going to come out and tell somebody to come in to help her.
Yeah. Okay. So typically every Sunday what happens is she goes inside and asks somebody else.
No, not really. She always park in front and somebody
comes
come to her.
But because she was going to be doing the service today, she parked here.
She park here. Mostly she park right there in front of the church and always park in this order right there.
Okay.
But for today, no.
I'm going to close this for you. Thank you for being here.
The baby's father speaks clearly and firmly to officers. With determination, he explains that he and his family were there to lead the church service. They arrived late, and in the rush to enter, they allowed other members of the congregation to help unload the kids from the vehicle. However, nobody realized that the baby had been left behind in the car, exposed to Florida's scorching sun. His account is clear and detailed, without hesitation but full of
Let's go back.
Did all the kids stay outside the entire time?
Yeah, sure.
They were all outside?
They would know inside.
So, three went inside.
Three went inside, and the one was in the second row. She, because she already late for the church, and she was gonna lead the service, and she went straight side with the other three the service. And now that's where she ended up by.
Okay. So the other three kids.
Three kids came with her inside.
And the other one's name?
We have Finley, Finia, Finaya,
Okay.
and Findra is the one.
I have her. You can
I
leave
think-
that. What was her position in the vehicle?
Oh shit! Ah, my stupid mouse. Come on. So he named all four. They have 4 little girls. 4 little girls, yo. Like, yo, this is crazy. Why do we wait for tragedy before we start talking about accountability? Like, this shit is crazy. Is there a way to normalize proactive care, create community check-ins like parenting circles and elder-led mentorships that support families before crisis hit? Prevention must become a culture. Like, what does it say about our society when a baby, dies in a car, right? And the system's first response is punishment and not healing. Like, was there something wrong with this mama?
She, because she already late for the church, and she was gonna lead the service, and she went straight side with the other three the service.
She wanted to wait inside with the other 3. So Commander could be right. She probably thought the dad was gonna grab the other daughter. But when you didn't see dad grab the daughter, why you ain't come outside right away? Am I asking the wrong question? Like, once you seen dad in church and you didn't see your daughter, why not come out? Like, she kept going with the service. Like, you could have at least stopped the service for 1 second, like, hey, babe, where's our child? At least, like, his noggin real quick.
And now that's where she ended up by.
Okay. So the other three kids.
Three kids came with her inside.
And the other one's name?
We have Finley, Finia, Finaya,
Okay.
and Findra is the one.
I have her. You can
I
leave
think-
that. What was her position in the vehicle?
She was, I believe, right here.
Okay. And the other two here? Or
Yeah,
one
the
of
other two always here with her.
Okay.
That's right here.
Okay. Very
And
good.
most of the time she always, when she's going to come out and tell somebody to come and help her.
Yeah. Okay. So typically every Sunday what happens is she goes inside and asks somebody
No,
else.
not really. She always park in front and somebody come to her.
But because she was going to be doing the service today, she parked here.
She parked here. Mostly she parked right in front of the church and always park in this other right. But for today, no.
I'm going to close this for you. Thank you for being here.
The baby's father speaks clearly and firmly to officers. With determination, he explains that he and his family were there to lead the church service. They arrived late, and in the rush to enter, they allowed other members of the congregation to help unload the kids from the vehicle. However, nobody realized that the baby had been left behind in the car, exposed to Florida's scorching sun. His account is clear and detailed, without hesitation but full of disbelief. Even as he continues recounting the events, he seems unable to grasp how something so tragic could happen in a community that's built on mutual support. Officers listen closely, faced with one painful truth, a simple misunderstanding that ended in an irreversible tragedy.
So Dad said the wife was leading the service today. Normally what she does is she pulls into the front of the church, goes inside, and people come out and get the kids out of the vehicle. She said today because she was leading the service, she pulled over there. The other kids followed her in. Third one who's strapped into the seat.
That's crazy, yo.
She's sitting 20?
I don't believe so. I haven't been able to have a conversation.
Dad is not very shaken up.
At all. And he has said to me multiple times, she loves her baby so much. She loves her baby so much.
Okay, so if we got here at 10:30 and other kids came outside, how many other kids?
There's 4 total.
Including the baby.
Including the baby.
So three got out.
The baby.
Whoo, Lord have mercy. Do y'all believe that this neglect, like, is the mother suffering from some type of mental health? Like, is there a way to advocate for, restorative justice and trauma-informed responses, right? Push for policies that prioritize family rehabilitation, mental health support, and education over incarceration or separation. I feel as though that, I don't know, this mama could have been overwhelmed, but no matter how overwhelmed a lot of us get, we don't forget our children. So I feel as though, listen, I don't know if she was a good mom or a bad parent. Could there be some mental health involved in here? Like, have we forgotten the ancestral blueprint of collective child rearing? Something that the Word talks about. Big shout out to the Word. Make sure y'all go check him out. Man, I got to see if I can get this thing to work so that every time somebody types in Word, it'll send you straight to his channel. All right. I see I got the Cash Apps working. All right. It says you can tip Writers for Life using the link streamelements.com, Writers for Life. I got that working. So I'll figure this out little by little, so they'll throw the links in there for y'all, all right? So little by little, I'm doing this. So, I guess I'll go live tomorrow and fuck with it since, when I get a little free time, I mess with it. So that way y'all can get the different links and, different channels and ways to support the, this channel, right? And also it'll take you straight to, where you can purchase our poetry books on Amazon. But I got that PayPal thing in wrong. I'll figure it out later. Let's continue this, man. It breaks my heart to see moms doing this or going through this. The crazy part about this is, right, we do not know if this is an unfit mother, right? Like if she was a bad mother, an evil mother. We don't know that. We just know that she left a child behind in the car. Why? Was she high? We don't know. We don't know the reason why she remembered 3 kids and 1 is dead during this incident.
Distraught and incoherent, the mother tries to break free from the people holding her back so she can reach her daughter. Officers have to restrain her. There's still an investigation underway, and no one can leave until all of the information is collected.
Did somebody just notify her something? No, her husband said something in a different language, and then she said, no. What's in the chair in the city? Oh! What's in the city?
What just happened?
The husband came, this is the husband. He came over. She asked me, all I heard from her was smile.
In her rush to begin the church service, Boylene assumed her daughter had been carried inside by other church members, something common in those close-knit communities. No one checked to see if the baby had been left in the car. For the next 3 hours, the interior of the car reached temperatures above 125 degrees Fahrenheit due to the intense heat that day, and the enclosed space of a modern vehicle became a lethal environment. While adults prepared for worship, the child remained trapped, unnoticed, and not discovered until it was too late.
That's crazy, yo.
See if she can drink some water now. She's very dehydrated.
Who found the baby?
She's mom. Yeah.
So she went outside?
She went outside. I don't know because I was closing session. I really don't know, but she mostly.
Do you know who?
Hold on. So he knew that she went inside because she was going to be late for service. He knew everything about this lady, but he don't know if she went outside because wasn't she in session with you? Wasn't y'all both in church?
Who was with her when she came back
No,
inside?
she come home herself. I don't know who was in front of the door, but she came by herself.
Oh, why did it do that? Ay. Hold on 1 second. I just messed up. See, trying to play around at the same time. Give me 1 second, guys. My little dumbass. See, I'm trying to deal with the stream element settings while I'm doing the stream at the same time. Give me 1 second.
And were you there when she came in?
I was on the stage doing my last session.
Did you hear what happened?
No.
Oh, close my PayPal.
In front of the church now.
Are there cameras outside the church?
We believe yes.
Who has access to those?
And
Okay.
And I think the liquor store, I don't know if this one is functioning because we plan to put camera. We set up appointment for tomorrow.
Are you checking her yet?
Yeah. I don't believe this one active. Okay. But this one, yes. This one, I think this one will give the time.
Security cameras become a crucial element in this investigation. However, the only footage available comes from a business adjacent to the church that shares the same parking lot. Although cameras may have captured something relevant, it's uncertain whether they recorded the critical moments. Officers can't confirm if the footage shows anything that may help clarify how the baby ended up left behind in the car. The limited view angles of the recordings leave authorities with lingering questions as they continue searching for the answers.
Yo, how did they end up at a grocery store? Wait a minute. What in the world is they gonna find in the grocery store, yo? Like, like we got folks out here remembering Bible verses but forgetting their own child in the back seat. Yo, Jesus is crying. Like Jesus is weeping right now, and probably, he's up there somewhere calling listen, CPS on people. Like right now he's picking up that heaven phone, trying to figure out through the little yellow pages, right, up there in heaven, what is the number to Child Protective Services on some real he's calling them himself. Like, y'all be packing diaper bags like if you're going to war, but forget the actual baby. That's not parenting, all right? That's a cosplay. We need to get our priorities together, yo.
How are you? Do you know if any of the cameras outside work?
Yeah, that's why he's here there, but I don't know. I have one I can show you.
Okay. Yeah, because does it show that side of the parking lot?
Not the entrance only, not parking lot.
The entrance?
I can show you.
Yeah.
Let's see the entrance.
Okay. Yeah, that one might be good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's recording?
Yeah.
Okay. We might be getting that from you later on.
You can do by service.
Thank you so much. We'll get the front. It'll get pretty much.
Yeah, Shane was in there. I don't know what he got.
Okay, so from my car, I think a little bit farther where about G and them are standing, it gets a 45-degree angle right here, so it'll get anybody rushing out this way. Mom found child, nobody else. Mom left. He was still doing service, came back in. So everybody I talked to said we were inside, heard a commotion at the front. When they got there, they were already bringing the child inside.
So mom was carrying the baby.
Mom was bringing the baby in. I just talked to the man in the red. He was one of our callers. He said he heard the commotion.
Due to the angle of the business's security camera, one officer notes that little of the incident is visible. How can they verify whether the parents' version of the events are actually true?
So what time did mom come outside?
She come in around 12. Something.
And then who was the first person that would have seen mom when she came back in?
Probably the person that was in front of the maybe more lazy or body. Then I know when I.
Oh, this is the father talking. But wait, hold up. I thought he was a member of the church. Are they all dressed in these little burgundy outfits? Because I could have sworn that the guy in the beginning was a member. What's this timestamp that I'm in right now? 12:36? 12:31. Yeah, it's the same guy. I thought he was just supposed to be a member of the Congress. Hold up, wait a minute.
Limited view angles of the recordings leave authorities with lingering questions as they continue searching for the answers.
How are you? Do you know if any of the cameras outside work?
Yeah, that's why he's here there, but I don't know. I have one I can show you.
Okay. Yeah, because does it show that side of the parking lot?
Not the entrance only, not parking lot.
The entrance?
I can show you.
Yeah.
Let's see the entrance.
Okay. Yeah, that one might be good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's recording?
Yeah.
Okay. We might be getting that from you later on.
You can do by service.
Thank you so much. We'll get the front. It'll get pretty much.
Yeah, Shane was in there. I don't know what he got.
Okay, so from my car, I think a little bit farther where about G and them are standing, it gets a 45-degree angle right here, so it'll get anybody rushing out this way. Mom found child, nobody else. Mom left. He was still doing service, came back in. So everybody I talked to said we were inside, heard a commotion at the front. When they got there, they were already bringing the child inside.
So mom was carrying the baby.
Mom was bringing the baby in. I just talked to the man in the red. He was one of our callers.
The man in the red.
He heard the commotion.
Due to the angle of the business's security camera, one officer notes that little of the incident is visible. How can they verify whether the parents' version of the events are actually true?
So what time did mom come outside?
She come in around 12. Something.
And then who was the first person that would have seen mom when she came back in?
Probably the person that was in front of the maybe more lazy or body. Then I know when I saw her when she came in.
Who was that?
No, they already left. They already left.
Do you know their name?
Yeah.
Do they speak English?
Yes. because she's on the N too.
FENER.
This is, I swear, yo, I know I'm not tripping. This is the same bull. It's the same guy. Why is neglect often invisible until it's fatal? And how do we train our eyes to see it sooner? Like, is there a way to educate communities on emotional neglect, not just physical harm, promote awareness campaigns, school programs, and digital content that teaches, right, what healthy parenting and presence looks like? Like, I feel as though a lot of these people are so caught up in these social media influencers, even the pastors and the preachers out here, yo. Like, that they forget that they have to sit here, right? Like, listen, parenting didn't come with a guide, all right? You have to learn your kids. And once you have these kids, your life is not your life no more. Now you have to be responsible for a whole new life that's under your care.
And
I know. I know. I think female was the only one on the soundboard for today. Yeah.
And she or he?
No, she. Yeah.
Who's at the front?
At the front door. She's on the soundboard. Let me show you where the sound is.
No,
everybody was in service.
Yeah, I'm done at this.
She was her.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you.
The baby's father continues to give a statement while officers try to piece together what happened. Witnesses recall seeing the mother enter with the baby in her arms. But why isn't there any footage to confirm that? Security cameras that might have once captured every detail now fall short. The officer's frustration grows. Was this a tragic accident, or did the mother's rushed arrival, misplaced trust in her community, and lack of oversight play a bigger role than anyone expected?
I think it did. It really did.
You're aware? Mom came in and went to the car.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, but the dad is saying that this person was running the sounding board. So she was the first person that heard mom come back in because he was doing closing.
Yeah. So the first, one I talked to you when he was up by the front. He said that same area. He said you were promotion out front. You were going to work out mom was on the child. Mom wrote the child.
Okay. So this person is not here. They left on the file with her.
Yeah, I've got his name. He's one of the first people mom watched the child.
Can I check out? See.
Yeah, you can come here.
Thank you.
So they went back to the store.
Camera outside.
Yeah, camera 2. This one.
I mean, is this the only place that has it? Or are they in another place? I don't think this is the gas station anymore.
Huh? We'll probably need to get access to that, please. If we could get a recording of that.
Yeah. But what time? I'm gonna write down time and everything.
Yep. Let's do from 9 a.m. until noon, please.
9 a.m. and number 2 camera, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I can look at it if you want to.
I'll get somebody to come bring you,
fine.
and we'll just give you
They know how to do.
Yep.
That'd be perfect.
Actually, we'll be able to give you a link. Are you able to save that? Because it'll text you a link, and then you can just upload it for us.
I don't know everybody. If they come here, then they can do that.
Okay, perfect. We'll figure that out. I understood. Understood.
I don't want to mash up my system.
I got you. Okay.
Commander don't got her ranch?
So now, are you able to
Wait a
from your
minute.
phone?
Yeah.
Okay. Can we view that camera from?
That's what I'm saying.
Where's Commander at?
I'll have somebody come that knows how to
that'd be
work.
good.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Officers still do not have definitive answers. With help from technicians, they attempt to extract and review every frame of available footage, but the results become inconclusive. The cameras, with their limited range, only show the parking lot in broad strokes. They don't clearly capture the mother or baby entering or exiting the vehicle. Although the
What happened to the church footage? The church don't got no cameras around them?
footage shows vehicle movements, it doesn't offer solid evidence of what happened to the baby. Each and every moment of video might contain critical details, but officers are faced with the frustration of inconclusive proof. The tragedy is already a fact,
What are y'all
but the
warming up?
precise cause remains elusive.
Hi, sir. I'm Detective Thompson with the Palm Bay Police Department.
Mom, nice to meet you.
Mr. Mark.
Yes, sir.
Are you
Is he the father?
of the infant?
Sure.
Okay. Is that
Yo! See, I knew I wasn't tripping this whole time. In the beginning, they introduced him as a member of the Congress. The whole time he was the father. Like, what in the world? Dude. So, you're also responsible. How you forget your baby? See, I knew I wasn't tripping. The dude in the purple was the father the whole time. He wasn't just a member. He was the father. So you didn't notice the whole time you was in church too that, you know, the baby wasn't there? See, they both need to be held responsible. Both of them. Like, this shit is wild. You see? You see? What stands for watchfulness, accountability, tradition, not wait, where's the baby? That's a whole different acronym, all right, and a whole different problem.
That your vehicle, the expedition?
Yes.
Okay. It's my understanding that when law enforcement arrived on scene, the car seat was outside of the vehicle. Would you give us consent to go take photographs of the car seat? They're going to take photos, and then will it be okay to go in and take photos of the church? Or not?
Yeah, but what is the purpose for the picture?
What's that?
What is the purpose of the picture?
The victim's father suddenly becomes more guarded and less cooperative when investigators try to take photos of the vehicle, wanting to know what the pictures are for.
Yeah. He's here? Okay. Hi, do you have the video I can look at? Perfect. Okay, so
Timing?
it would have been like 10:30-ish, and then we'd have another time frame at about noon. 10:30. Okay, let me just, I don't know the exact time, but I'm just seeing for something.
How old is the baby?
How old is she? 6 months.
Oh, wow.
So
this baby was 6 months old? No way in hell. How you just forget a baby you just recently had within a year? Like, you're not noticing something? Yo, listen, when I first had all three of my kids, boy, I felt like something was missing in my arms. You telling me, yo, she's going to church? Nah, man, this bitch visiting Satan, yo, on some real shit. This bitch belong in hell. I mean, listen, I'm sorry. I wasn't cussing. But Lord have mercy on the souls of these mothers out here. They're not mothers. They're Lilith in disguise. I don't even know if she has mental health. Like, Lord, forgive me later. All right?
it's over on the side. I'm just trying to see it come in. Okay, I think this is the one.
This is crazy.
At least this is coming in. So I should be able to, if you're good with it, screen record it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can do that. Just, you know that, yeah.
Yep. I just learned I could airdrop on mine.
Did you see that?
I got it.
I'm so
I
done with
appreciate it
people.
so much. Thank you. All right, you guys have a good one.
Although early footage from the security cameras seemed to be unhelpful, thanks to the cooperation of the local business owner, police eventually obtained better recordings. While these videos provided useful context, they didn't offer a complete picture. Lingering questions remain, and the gathered information only helped partially reconstruct the sequence of events, leaving officers with more questions than answers.
Got nothing.
I guess they thought we were dispatch thought we were doing.
Do you have your phone on you? Okay. Yeah, I don't have yours. We got some information. 3 hours left alone in a car. I don't know how accurate that is, though.
Vendra Mome is brought into the hospital.
No, that's bullshit, man. You telling me she was in there in service for 3 hours? She was doing service for 3 hours. In them 3 hours, she noticed that her other 3 kids were with her. Obviously, she walked off with all 3 of them. Where was the baby daddy? Was she expecting the baby daddy to, bring the other child, the baby? Probably, because if she's probably holding one child in her arms, right? got one child walking next to her, one hand is holding the other one, she probably did think that the daddy would come and get the other child. But once you notice that the father didn't come into the church with the baby, or that the father wasn't with the baby, or that your child wasn't in church, you're telling me that you didn't go, you continued service? Yo, this bitch got freaking demons possessing her.
On a stretcher and unresponsive. The 11-month-old girl is in critical condition and her
Oh,
body
11
visibly
months.
affected by prolonged heat.
Wasn't the baby 6 months old? How doesn't the father know how old this baby is? See, something's not right. Yo, something's not right. How in the world the father doesn't know how old his child is? Which one is it? Is the baby 9 months or is the baby 11 months?
Exposure. Despite attempts to revive her, the condition is grave. After about an hour of emergency medical effort, she's pronounced dead. The cause of death is confirmed as hyperthermia, resulting from prolonged exposure to extreme heat inside of the vehicle.
Just face the right real quick. Just walk straight ahead and we're gonna make a turn. Remember those red footprints over there? You're just gonna turn and face that mirror, okay? Just over here, we're gonna face on those footsteps. No piercings or anything I can't see? I'm gonna need your hair accessory on. Go in there, I'll just have you sign for your property and paperwork in a few.
This is crazy.
Welaine Mulmay was initially charged with manslaughter in her daughter's death, a serious offense that carries up to 30 years in prison. However, after a thorough investigation and Mulmay's full cooperation, including negative tests and confirmation she had no prior criminal record, the charge was reconsidered. It was downgraded to a lesser offense, leaving a child unattended in a vehicle, a charge that acknowledged the incident's accidental nature. On February 21st of 2024, Welaine Mulmay pleaded not guilty in a Brevard County courtroom before Judge Aaron Peacock. As part of her sentence, she was placed on 2 years probation with a condition that she install alarm systems in any vehicle used to transport children as a preventative measure. The ruling sought to balance legal accountability with compassion, recognizing that the incident resulted from a tragic sequence of misjudgments and not intentional negligence.
All right, it couldn't have been. Listen, obviously not intentional negligence, but listen, how you forget your child? My thing is the father wasn't mentioned throughout this whole thing. Why y'all didn't mention the father? Why y'all left the father out? The father couldn't even remember his child's age. Let's be serious about this, all right? What systems do we trust more than our own intuition, all right? How do we break that dependency, all right? Empower parents, right, and caregivers with ancestral knowledge, emotional intelligence, and community support. Host workshops, create content, and build platforms that elevate intuition over institutional control. All right, how can that be possible? And I see there's not a lot of interaction, right, in the chat. So we're about to move on to this next topic, all right? But I would love to hear y'all comments down below. I have asked, mind-provoking questions, right? I've given some of my own solutions, right? Let's get this discussion, started down below, right? Leave your opinions, all right? Leave your input. What you think, how you feel about this topic, all right? And how do y'all think we could improve when it comes? Go ahead. When it comes to, improving the judicial system, all right? So while I get this, and guys, the links are working down below, right? If y'all type in iPremiere, right? iPremiere, exclamation premieres, right? Y'all will get the link to my premieres channel, right? If y'all type in exclamation Writers for Life shorts, y'all will get sent to y'all will get the link to the Writers for our shorts channel. My bad, I don't know why I'm getting tongue-tied like that, right? If y'all type in exclamation Gary Sleeps, y'all will get the link to Gary Bust It Down Brown, all right? If y'all type in Petty Vision, y'all will get the link, all right, to the 9% Petty Vision channel. All right. Shout out to the word. All right. Little by little, these links will be updated. All right. Y'all type in PayPal. Y'all will get the link so that y'all can, support the channel. Leave a donation straight to our PayPal, right? The same thing goes to Cash App. If y'all type in exclamation Cash App exclamation donations, it will give you a link, to so that y'all can leave a donation right into our Cash App. So little by little, y'all will start seeing the links down there so that people, could better interact with interact with different content creators, right? That I interact with, right? That are like-minded, people that you could have conversations with, right? And much more. These places, we're not here, to be having debates or none of that. We have roundtable talks where, we talk about how we could improve the things that are happening around us. All right. So give me 1 second. All right. While I get this next video up. And in the meantime, I'm not sure where y'all watching from, man, but HP in the house, baby. Yo, listen, I'm hoping that y'all enjoying the stream, man. We're trying to bring awareness, right? While we also talk about ways on how we can improve our daily lives, the things around us, our homes, our communities, all right, and much more. We're not here to bash or bring anybody down, all right? We're here, for a better us, a better you, a better you, a better us, a better us, a better world, a better all of us, all right? But, let's get right into it. We're about to start talking about this trending video, all right? And I would love to get the input of, a lot of you, all right? Because I hear a lot of women saying enough is enough, from TikTok to Facebook to Instagram to, YouTube, right? All right, so we got this video that they sent me. Shout out to Pink Book Lessons, all right? So, for me, I consider this from pop-ups to priorities, right? What are we really waiting for? All right. It's crazy. People waited 3 hours for SHEIN. All right. 3 hours in Atlanta heat for fast fashion that that'll unravel faster than our community if we keep misplacing our energy. Some of y'all are parents, mothers, aunties, caregivers. And what's crazy is you'll camp up for a $5 crop top but won't show up for a PTA meeting. You'll fight for a spot in line, but won't fight for your child's school to get basic supplies. You'll scream, I'm doing it for the culture, while the culture is quietly asking, what are you really building? All right? And the gag is you weren't disappointed while waiting. You were disappointed after you got what you came for. All right? That's not just the irony, right? That's a mirror. We say we're honoring our ancestors, but baby, they didn't survive whips and water, all right? They didn't survive whips and water hoses for us to worship polyester, right? And poor priorities, all right? They marched for liberation, not limited time discounts. This isn't, this isn't just about SHEIN, all right? It's about what we value. It's about what we're willing to sacrifice time for, all right? It's about how we scream Black excellence while we're settling for performative consumption, all right? So the next time you're ready to wait 3 hours for a pop-up, ask yourself, have I spent 3 hours helping my child read? Have I spent 3 hours organizing for change? Have I spent 3 hours healing, learning, or building? Because if we don't shift our focus, all right, we'll keep showing up for disappointment and calling it culture. All right? So what's crazy is, right? What's this? All right. What's crazy is my question to y'all before I start this video. What are we really trying to prove when we chase fast fashion status? My bad. What are we really trying to prove when we chase fast fashion, all right? Is it status, survival, or self-worth? All right. Is there a way to open the doors to conversations about self-validation, financial literacy, and redefine beauty beyond, how can I say, consumerism? All right. Because I see a lot of people out here trying to, shine the light on the positive side of the things that are happening, but people want to keep the darkness. Why? I don't know. Shout out to I'm Clean. They said that they're 6 months clean and they don't have depression and anxiety anymore. Is that good? That's a great thing that you don't have anxiety or depression anymore, yo. For real, for real. A lot of people have a hard time trying to deal with anxiety and depression. Listen, congratulations, 6 months clean. Keep going, yo. Keep your head up and don't let nobody knock you off your hinges, all right? Big shout out to I'm Clean. Hopefully, you keep your head up and keep doing what you're doing, and keep accomplishing them goals that you want to reach, all right? But, back on topic, guys, right? Like I told y'all, I feel as though like we need to open doors, right, to conversations about self-validation, financial literacy, and redefining beauty beyond consumerism, all right? Because I feel as though that's what is people's priorities. Then when the things go sideways, at home, right, they want to blame, God for their problems and the devil for their mistakes. Yo, that should be crazy, yo. Blessings, blessings. We got Young Reyes in the building. Big shout out to Young Reyes. Make sure y'all go check out Young Reyes. All right, he's got, he's introducing us to the UK music. He's got his little shorts thing going up there. All right, he's also got TikTok. Young Reyes, until I get the stream elements to drop your link, all right, can you drop your link to your TikTok, all right, into your YouTube shorts so that if people want to go check you out, they're able to do so, all right? But let's get right onto this video, guys. Like I was saying, right? What are we really trying to prove when we chase fast fashion, all right? Are we proving status, survival, or self-worth? Once again, is there a way to, open the doors to conversations about self-validation, financial literacy, and redefine beauty beyond consumerism? All right? And my bad, I always get a little tongue-tied when I say the word. But let's get right into this video, all right? 3-hour wait at SHEIN Atlanta pop-up ends in disappointment. Why? Black women say never again. I wouldn't have done this. I wouldn't have been in a 3-hour line. No way, Jose. A 3-hour line? For what? You got me fucked up. You think I'm going to sit here and wait 3 hours? Man, listen, man. Y'all stood in line for 3 hours for SHEIN, but act like the school supplies list, right, is a personal attack. Sis, man, glue sticks cost less than them leggings. Some of y'all skip breakfast, lunch, and dignity just to buy a shirt that says bad and bougie, but your kid's backpack still says, help me. Come on, man, let's be real. What y'all paid at SHEIN, y'all could have paid at fucking Walmart or wherever else y'all get y'all damn school supplies.
Because she's in Atlanta, and she said she was in Atlanta doing some podcasting.
Yeah. Today, I'll be there today, the podcast festival, speaking at 12:45.
SHEIN had a grand opening yesterday, and I heard you were at the SHEIN grand opening grabbing all those clothes yesterday.
I was not, and I don't need to go to a grand opening at SHEIN. I just order it online because the clothes be like $3.
Whatever.
SHEIN opened their store?
In
I
Atlanta.
have no idea.
They said there was like 10,000 people out there trying to buy clothes and wigs and things like that from SHEIN.
What? First of all, I didn't even get here till like midnight.
Charlamagne, donkey today. Who you giving your donkey to, sir?
SHEIN got the density Brazilian virgin body.
Hey, is this Pink Book Lessons? Yeah, this Pink. I hate Charlamagne the God. Listen, man, I can care less about his perspective or his opinion on some real shit.
Bodyweight wigs with the bangs for $34.70 too. It's a 47% off sale as well. So I'm sure she scooped up some of those. But today is the people's donkey.
Girl?
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got that music in the background, but I don't want to stop it because then y'all gonna, miss what they're saying. Let's go.
why I hate Atlanta, bro. Like, y'all can't take serious. Like, y'all can't take serious. Every single thing, y'all have to turn it into a club event.
Listen, I don't think Atlanta's the only place like that. Here in Philadelphia, we go through the same thing too. When they do little events like that, people go crazy. And I'll be looking at them like, really? Like, y'all can't, how can I say, cut the strings y'all got attached to y'all back? Y'all little puppets for real.
Everything. Just can't even go out to eat for brunch, for lunch, for breakfast without y'all serving hookah, blasting music, and doing hellish
real shit.
Now they done had a SHEIN pop-up shop, and these niggas done turned it into
girls, and I don't blame her. Never have I ever, and probably never will I ever stand in line again for nobody, not even SHEIN. There at 10:30, I said, "Oh, this isn't bad," until the line kept on going and 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 going non-stop. Like, when does it stop? Only 10:46 and I was still outside. At 1 p.m. when I finally got inside, I was a little disappointed. I'm not gonna lie. 10:30 in the morning and did not get into the pop-up until after 1 o'clock. Nearly 3 hours later. Do you see?
Yo, you got me messed up, man. Our ancestors are watching like, yo, we survived slavery for this? A $6 romper and a selfie? They rolling in their graves like it's a soul train, yo. Harriet Tubman didn't run through swamps for y'all to run, to a pop-up shop. She said freedom, not free shipping. All right?
See that line? Crazy.
Underwhelmed for the variety that SHEIN has online. I expected
Look at that shit.
They definitely had some cute stuff and they kept on bringing new items out, but I wanted more. SHEIN cut online is like $1.2 million. The girl likes to shop, but I didn't have much options to choose from. Prices were not exactly the same, but you have the option to scan and compare and decide if you want to buy it online or in person. So I had some men, some plus size, and a couple kid options. I was disappointed that there wasn't much effort into the details and the branding and the aesthetics, because what is this? Is this all y'all got? Like, what is this? You get a free gift if you spend a certain amount of money. Or I'll give it like a 7 out of 10 experience. Say just go for the content, or if you want to fill the clothes out, don't get your hopes up. And
yesterday, I went to the opening day of the SHEIN pop-up at Perimeter Mall, and all I'm gonna say is, if you're thinking about going this weekend, save your gas sis and don't. The line was, of course, incredibly long, but that was to be expected. However, it was not worth it for the selection. They gave us these popsicles while waiting, and honestly, this was the best thing they had going.
No, bitch, what you think? You in the doctor's office right now? You hype about a popsicle for waiting, yo? You got me messed up, yo. Listen, we got SBK in the building. Guys, make sure y'all check him out. Great conversations, great topics, yo. You will not be disappointed. I love watching his channel, yo. Plus, listen, I think I've seen a few shorts of him working out. All right, so if y'all into working out, man, y'all will love his conversations too. All right, you like staying healthy. All right, go check out SBK. All right, you will not be disappointed. Did I make him a mod? I don't know why he not a mod. Let me give him a mod stick until Stream Elements is able to leave his link for me. All right.
Oh, that's cute. They gave him some cubby snacks while they waited in line. But keep watching. Look at what they waited for hours to see inside the store.
I'ma just get straight to it. Look at this. Like, what is this? It's not cute, and then it looks like the clothes was just slung out the box, hung on the wall, all wrinkled, no press, no steam, no iron, no nothing. I knew I wasn't going to buy anything when I saw the mannequins in the front looking weak, child. They did have a section for curvy ladies and a men's section, but again, the clothes wasn't hitting on nothing. The cosmetic section was cute, I guess. I was just entertaining myself at this point, child. It was such a disappointment. I got up out there quickly with nothing in my shopping bag and headed to Zara, the real playground. SHEIN, you wrong.
Yo, those are the workers. They got these workers trying to hype them up. You know, y'all would have did better if y'all got that guy. What's his name? Jay Fogg. Hype me up. What is his name? I think that's what it is. Jay Fogg, if I'm not mistaken. The hype me up bull. Y'all should have paid him for y'all damn grand opening on some real shit. Y'all would have listened. I can't. I mean, I can't. I really can't. Like, how does our obsession with cheap trends reflect the value we place on labor, land, and legacy? Like, how do we like? What encourages ethical consumption? Like, is there a way to support for local creators and honoring ancestors' sacrifice through how can I say intentional living? Like, all right, what would it look like if our fashion choices told stories of resistance instead of how can I say replicas of oppression? What are ways that inspires, right, the use of fashion as activism, wearing messages, right, supporting black and indigenous designs and reclaiming the narrative? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and lie, man. Y'all posted Sheen haul like it's a badge of honor. Meanwhile, your kids' homework, right? Y'all kids' homework folder looks like it's been through, how can I say, the Underground Railroad, right? You got the outfit, the selfie, and the caption, but where's the community investment? You look good, but your priorities are dressed in rags. Let's be real.
Oh, baby, the line's packed. The line's packed, child. Okay, I thought I got here early. It is 10:13. It opened at 11. Child, just that fast. Man, we was waiting so long. They started doing line dances. Welcome to Atlanta.
I can't. And I bet you these be the same mamas out here that be screaming and shouting, I ain't got time to for no PTA meeting, but you got time to wait for these type of lines. I ain't got time for people bullshit. Fuck these teachers, fuck that. But you got time for this. I can't afford no school supplies. Shit, you paid what, $3.50 for an outfit? You could have paid $1.50 for a box of markers. I bet you these be the same type of fucking parents. And I'm not saying they're all parents, but we know that most of these, most of them on here are parents.
So I'm basically trying to show you like the setup of the store. It's kind of giving like boutique style shopping. These are collections from Shein, so it's not like just a regular Shein you shop online. But when you're waiting in line, they're basically restocking the sizes up. So they let in about like 60 people, and then like they let us shop, and then they'll like restock the sizes and let more people in. This was the Shein curve section. They even had like some Shein makeup. I showed the men's section also. And then they had a small mommy and me section. This is all I got. And baby, this is the total that I spent. So if you want me to do a haul on what I bought, baby, just say in the comments.
Wait, how much did you
more
spend?
People in. This was the Shein curve section. They even had like some Shein makeup. I showed the men's section also. And then they had a small mommy and me section. This is all I got. And baby, this is the
She spent $376.32 at Shein. Once again, I'm telling you, these is the mamas that's on TikTok out there complaining, but they don't complain about this. Lord have mercy.
The total that I spent. So if you want me to do a haul on what I bought, baby, just say in the comments. They're here until the 10th, and this was the line when I left. Yeah.
I just got one question for everybody that's at that Shein pop-up shop today. How did y'all get off work to even be at Shein pop-up in the middle of a Thursday?
I mean, I'm saying the same shit, especially when they do things like this here in Philly, man. Like, you know what's crazy? I wonder what a lot of parents here in Philly are going to do, right? When these teachers actually do a strike and, school is held back and they got to find like a babysitter or a daycare for their kids or somebody to take care of them while they got to go to work, or they have to call off because the teachers are on strike. Because it's about to come. You got SEPTA going into strike. Well, they're not going into strike. They're eliminating routes, right? Then you got the teachers going to strike. There's a few organizations going to strike. Whew! What's going to happen when y'all can't, go to work because y'all are stuck at home taking care of y'all kids? But y'all got time for this. But y'all don't got time for PTA meetings, right? Y'all don't got time for, buying kids school supplies. Shout out to the parents that are out there doing their thing, right? And their priorities come first, and then things like this come second. Man, this is crazy, and shout out.
Like, Half of Metro Atlanta is at Perimeter Mall for SHEIN's pop-up shop.
I told y'all it's like half Atlanta don't work nowhere, but somehow they
She
still
said half
have
of
money to
Atlanta.
spend. She's like, wait, how do y'all even get off work on a Thursday to be at Perimeter Mall, packed up in there line dancing and swag surfing, waiting 3 hours to get in the store? Again, I'll tell you how they did it. Tommy ain't got no job. Shout out to Martin. They had
Okay, yo. She said Tommy ain't got no job. Shout out to Martin. Yo, I'm dead.
Again, I'll tell you how they did it. Tommy ain't got no job. Shout out to Martin. They had thousands of women down there to the pop-up, all ready to swipe them cards too. So the money had to come from somewhere.
And
yeah, man, you ain't lying, yo. Like, these females is funny as shit. All I saw was females, man. This is crazy. Like, listen, she ain't lying, man. Like, it looked like nobody got a job. Our ancestors is, up there watching this SHEIN line like it's a horror movie. One ghost leaned over and said, "I died for freedom, not for y'all to fight over a $3 bodysuit made of recycled lives." Like, yo, imagine Frederick Douglass popping up like, "So y'all skipped the town hall but made time for the polyester pilgrimage?" Like, yo, he snatched that wig off and walked back into the spirit realm so quick. Like, y'all don't understand. Yo, man, look, it's just crazy how this is what goes viral. You see where I'm coming from? And you hear people screaming and shouting, well, why it's not possible for us to show some positivity? You see where I'm coming from? It's not possible because this is what we're out here pushing. This is what we want to go viral. I mean, not we, people, on some real shit. Like, yo, man, like I say time after time, man, I'm not here to be liked. I'm here to be real, all right? To remind you that your power doesn't come from performance, all right? It comes from presence, from knowing who you are, all right? From knowing who you are when the screen goes dark, all right? So you need to think before you post, all right? How can I say? Feel before you react and heal before you seek validation, all right? And most of all, remember who you are before the world told you who to be. Because it's crazy how this is people's priorities. But they want to complain about being short on a bill. They don't have enough to pay the rent. Listen, those priorities come first, then this. We complain about people complain about busting their asses, right? But our ancestors didn't. And when they fucked up, they took that fucking whip like they was Hawk. And we out here complaining and bitching about bills and kids' school uniforms and supplies. But we're able to sit here and spend money on SHEIN or spend $300 to $400 on, how can I say, on a weekend having fun on, with hookahs and Tito's and Don Julio's and shit like that. Come on, man. Let's be real.
Cars too. So the money had to come from somewhere.
And how did y'all even get off today? Like, did you call out? Did you put in PTO? Did you use your FMLA? Like, what did you do? Like, what made you? It's just too many of y'all.
Yo.
It is so many of y'all. Like, I am honestly in disbelief. I am and I ain't. I'm kind of like in disbelief at so many people.
I'm not.
That is off work to be at this SHEIN pop-up shop. And for the ones that need to be at class, what did you say to your teacher?
Mm-hmm.
It is absolutely too many of y'all at this SHEIN pop-up shop. I'm impressed.
I mean, listen, they was all balling. Like the ones that were very disappointed in the beginning and saw that long line, they was like, fuck it, man, I'm coming over here. I don't know what a Zora's is, but they was like, I don't got time. They probably went back later on, but they was online saying, I ain't got time for this long ass line. Like, come on, man. You was there. I mean, you was willing to wait in that long ass line. I don't know how people could do it. Man, cause I can't shop when the places are crowded. Like, I swear. I mean, I guess to each his own, right?
I'm literally impressed at the amount of people that is at this SHEIN pop-up shop. As if y'all don't have an order on the way from SHEIN.com.
Right?
How did y'all get off today?
Atlanta, embarrassing. So there's a SHEIN pop-up shop in one of the Atlanta malls, what looks like to be a mall, and people are lined up outside of there, like they lined up outside of a club. It's not a club, it's just SHEIN. We know what SHEIN offers. We know what they have. I mean, I guess it's exciting because you don't have to wait a week or 2 weeks to get your clothes. You can just walk in and pick out what you like. But like SHEIN's quality is not all that to be that excited. What y'all lined up for? Y'all just trying to be nosy. Y'all just trying to see what all they got. I get it, but black people.
I can't.
That's all I saw on the line was black people. Like, y'all really woke up super early to get y'all SHEIN fits off. I with it. But like, why y'all lined up like that? Why y'all like, yeah, I'm getting in, and it's SHEIN. But also, I'm jealous because when SHEIN coming to New York, I'm just hating just a little.
I can't with her, yo. She funny as shit, though, man. I don't know if it's all jokes, though, man, for real, but shit. I feel the same way, man. Y'all waited 3 hours for SHEIN, but act like the PTA meetings is a hostage situation, man. I can't make it, yo. I'm busy. Ma'am, you just spent half your day in a line for a shirt that says boss, babe. Like, man, some of y'all know every SHEIN drop, but couldn't name your kid's homeroom teacher. Like, if they were holding a sign that said, I teach your child, you couldn't even recognize who that person was. Y'all know how easy it would have been for your teacher to just walk off with your child and you would never see your child again? Like, that's how bad it is. That's some fucked up shit. Like, yo, SHEIN got y'all out here acting like, like it's Beyonce's tickets. Folks passing out in the line like it's the civil rights movement. But for what? For crop tops? Y'all bought 12 outfits for $40 and still feel broke. That's not fashion. That's financial cosplay. Yo, I can't with y'all.
Just a little bit. Show me what they got in it.
Well, at least she admitted if SHEIN popped up in New York, she will be there too. So she's talking junk about the Atlanta crowd, knowing she will probably do the same thing.
Forget all that cute stuff I was planning to do with y'all because I done got mad and I ain't in the mood no more because this SHEIN pop-up in Atlanta really made me mad. Starting with this monstrosity of a line. This entire process took me over 3 hours, y'all. This line was so long, but because I had got there at 10:15 and I wasn't down by the parking deck like all them other folks, I thought that I would have a little time, but honey, they was cutting the line. Folks were bum rushing the door, and by the time I got to the front, I was mad. I was very upset because what is this? Forever 21 is a huge store, and I was expecting for all that waiting.
Forever
it would have been
21.
more than this. Look at my face.
Damn, I remember when Forever 21 first came out. People was really hyped when Forever 21 came. Listen. When Forever 21 came out, boy, I didn't hear the last of it, man. I'm telling you. Whoo. And it's crazy because people doing the same shit right now, man. Like the same shit people did with Forever 21. I mean, but they wasn't disappointed with Forever 21. Man, so I'm a little lost on how y'all posted SHEIN how like it's a noble price, man. Sis, you just bought 17 items that'll how can I say, disintegrate in the washing machine. That's not a haul. That's a hostage situation, yo. Like, what the fuck? You got an outfit, right? How can I say, you got the outfit, the filter, the caption, doing it for the culture. Meanwhile, the culture's in the corner like, don't put me in that shit. Listen, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Yo, man, y'all out of pocket, because that's what people really do be doing. And that's what they really do be saying. Like, are we dressing to express ourselves or to escape ourselves? Like, is there a way to are there ways, right, that we can promote healing-centered content, self-awareness, and community dialogue around, how can I say, authenticity? And shout out to the people that do actually do it. The problem is that people don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it, yo, for real, for real. Like, it's crazy because you say I'm manifesting, how can I say, abundance while elbowing folks for a $4 jumpsuit. That's not manifestation. That's mall madness with incense. All right, y'all burning. Y'all burning sage, right? But still buying SHEIN. That's like detoxing with McDonald's fries, spiritually confused and fashionably fragile. Come on, man.
Huge store, and I was expecting for all that waiting, it would have been more than this. Look at my face. I could not hide my disappointment after all that waiting. I probably spent
See what I mean?
and 30 seconds in the store just so I could show y'all what the hell was in there. This is the curve section, the only section I was worried about. And I was looking at the prices. They were not really giving SHEIN maybe a couple pennies more. And I was like, well, maybe for the skinny girls on the other side, they would have something. This is the only line they had in there that kind of looked like it wasn't completely a hot ass.
You see, this is one store that, I forgot what it's called. Is it Marshall's? I'm not sure which one is it, man. And people be trying to take me there to go shopping. And I be coming at their necks like, yo, why the fuck you bring me to this goddamn store? I swear to God, I hate dressing like a granny. Like, I'm not going to sit here and lie. Don't bring me to these goddamn stores. I'm 35 years old and you want me to look like I'm 150. All right. Now, if you're going to sit here and say, hey, man, look, listen, we got to respect the tradition. Let's come get some outfits that represent what we are, right? Our culture, our ethnicity. All right. I'm rocking it. If they pretty. Other than that, man, get the hell out my face. I'm not coming to this bitch buying this clothes where, this clothes that makes me, listen, I have a young face, but I can't. Like, do y'all not know that half this clothes be looking like grandmom's undergarments and shit? Like, what the fuck? I think it's Marshall's, if I'm not mistaken. I hate shopping in them fucking stores like that. Like, what the hell do you think I am? Listen, I ain't no slutty type chick, but don't have me dressing like I'm my grandmom, and my grandmom's still alive, and I'm young as shit still. All right, I'm not no youngin'. All right, I'm not a shorty, but goddamn, my grandmama's still here. All right, she's the one that's in her 80s. I'm only just in my 30s. The fuck? Trust me, I don't go to Marshall's. Anywhere else but Marshall's. Don't tell me, hey, you'll find something nice at Marshall's. Woo! I wanted to say send your grandmama to whoever says shit like that, but I can't. But I let my thought out for y'all.
Miss, I don't know. But this is just a little breeze over of the other side when SHEIN women, and the prices were pricing over there, but look at the material.
But y'all wanted to be there.
If it ain't one thing, it's another one. So I decided to look at the pocketbooks because, the cute ones are, but they weren't. And then I'm so overwhelmed, y'all, because I don't even know what to say. These were all the accessories. No, there were no more. And, baby, I was like, I got to leave here with something. And it's $650, and I was like, I'll spend $650 on a pair of earrings. So when I got to looking at that line, and they were like, card only, no refunds, no exchanges, period, I was like, you know what? Let me take my black ass home.
Yeah, I finally made to SHEIN. This line was so long, I had to literally ask some girls, can I cook, because it was way outside.
Yo.
But let me tell you, let's get to the bottom of this SHEIN for real.
Wait a minute.
And see, these are the type of people that get the mess started.
She said she had to ask somebody to cook. Cook what? Wait up, I'm lost. Cook what?
Black ass home.
Yeah, I finally made to SHEIN. This line was so long, I had to literally ask some girls, can I cook, because it was way outside. But let me tell you, let's get to the bottom of this SHEIN for real.
And see, these are the type of people that get the mess started. Folks been waiting in line for 3 hours to get in the store. Why you think you can cut the line? That's crazy.
So your girl finally made it to the line now. I finally made it. Girl, I am here. Oh my God. I'm here. Hey. Thank you. I'm here, y'all. Let's see what they got. Let's see what they got. What is this, girl? Come on, SHEIN. Come through. What is these, men pants? What is this? This must be boy pants. This must be boy.
Yeah, I'm disappointed because like look what's in the store. It's so empty. It's not nothing.
I mean, y'all disappointed because y'all had to wait 3 hours in that. Yo, man, listen. If Harriet Tubman saw you waiting 3 hours for Shein, yo, would she keep running or stop to snatch your wig? All right, what are we doing? Like, sis didn't dodge slave catchers for y'all to chase polyester in a pop-up tent. Why do we know Shein? Like, how do you know the Shein shipping schedule better than your kids? Like, report card dates? Yo, like, you're tracking packages like FBI agents. All right? It really is. Like, y'all could track everything. Y'all could track your packages, your boyfriends, your cell phones, right? Let me ask y'all a question. Can y'all track your child's reading levels? Is that possible? Like, is it possible for people to, check their child's reading levels? Like, I'm sorry. Like, listen. Like, if your office costs less than your child's lunch, why does it get more attention? You flexing in $4 fashions, right? While your kid's sandwich got one slice of turkey and a prayer. Would you still wait 3 hours for Shein, right? If the line was next to a voter's registration booth? Folks be like, I'm just here for the crop tops, not the democracy. Like, on some real shit. Like, well, yo, come on, man. Come on. And y'all wonder why we're looked upon the way we're looked at, yo. Let's be real.
In here, like I got one. Let me show y'all one thing in my bag. Literally, hold on, wait.
Then imagine the impatient, entitled people cutting the line who already know can make things go easily from 0 to 100 real quick if you try that with the right person, only to get inside the store for this.
Like, I really thought that they had some stuff, but they didn't. And I don't know. And it's a long line outside. I feel bad for them because when they come in here, they're going to get me disappointed because all this is vacation stuff. And it's not winter. Winter about to come fall. It's basically like stuff like this and like this. That's for people that's going on vacation. And I'm trying to get ready for the winter. I literally found one thing. One. I'm not buying nothing for no next year. I need stuff for tomorrow.
So there it is. Shein took over Perimeter Mall in Atlanta with their pop-up for the weekend, had everybody standing in line for 3 hours at a time. This all started on Thursday in the middle of a workday, all for these $2 clothes, and Shein wasn't even Shein. It was like regular mall prices for 50-cent fabric. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Tell me what you think about this hot Shein.
Yo, that Shein mess is out of pocket. I don't understand some people. I'm not going to sit here and lie. Like, if your ancestors could rate your pop-up experience, would they even, give it a 5-star, 5 slaps? Like, they'd be like, we survived chains for y'all to buy chain necklaces made out of plastic. Like, yo, people really out here doing that, and they have a hard time, sitting here, how can I say, spending $1 on their kid's binder or folder. Like, what legacy are we leaving, when our closets are full, but our communities are empty? Like, is there a way that, that there could be calls for investigation in people over products like mentorships, mutual aid, and cultural preservation? Like, why do we scream Black excellence while standing in line for disappointment? Like, you left that, you left with a bag full of regrets and a romper that smells like broken dreams. Like, I'm just trying to figure out some people. Like, this is what we call culture? Man, just give me a second while I get this last video ready, yo. For real. Like, listen, I don't know what the hell is going on.
If I knew then what I know now, sometimes I wonder, would I be the same?
Or would I be different? A shorty still believes in fairy tales and imagination that lasts forever. Sometimes I wonder if I turn back the hands of times, fix my mistakes, will things change? Oh Lord, guide me through this journey of life, help me see the light through all the pain and strife. I wake up in the morning feeling lost and alone, wondering if life's worth living or if I should grab the throne. The weight of the world on my shoulders is hard to bear. I see no change, it's like nobody cares. I look in the mirror, see a stranger staring back, lost in the world that's spinning off track. I ask myself, is this all there is, or should I give up and let the darkness win? I see no change, just the same old game. Wake up in the morning, I ask myself, is life worth living, or should I blast myself? I see no change, just the same old pain, but I know deep down, I gotta break these chains. Sometimes I wonder if I turn back the hands of time, fix my mistakes, will things change? Oh Lord, guide me through this journey of life, help me see the light through all the pain and strife. If I can go back in time, tell my younger self it's gonna be fine. Embrace the challenges, let your light shine. You'll grow and learn, just give it time. Hey young me, listen up, don't be afraid. Life's a journey, mistakes will be made. Chase your dreams, don't let them fade. Believe in yourself, you'll make the grade. Don't stress about what others say. Stay true to yourself every day. Love deeply, laugh often. Don't delay, cause in the end, it's how you play. Be kind to others along the way. Spread love and positivity each day. Don't worry about what they may say, cause your uniqueness is here to stay. Sometimes I wonder if I turn back the hands of times, fix my mistakes, will things change? Oh Lord, guide me through this journey of life, help me see the light through all the pain and strife. If I can meet my younger self, I tell her not to be afraid, that courage will be her wealth and bravery will never fade. Don't fear the challenges ahead, for you'll face them head on. Your inner strength will dawn. You'll grow up to be a warrior, standing tall, unafraid and strong.
Yeah, okay, now we back, all right, so we got a story here, right, of an evil teacher, all right. Protecting our children starts with truth, all right. This story is kind of similar to the story that I had, all right. It's kind of similar to my story, what started me off on YouTube, all right. This story, an evil teacher has no remorse after kicking and dragging a 7-year-old, right? Like, this isn't just another headline, all right? It's a gut punch. And those of you who are, who are new here, this isn't just content for me, all right? It's personal. My own child endured a similar violation at the hands, right, of someone, how can I say, entrusted to protect and guide. That moment changed everything, all right? It hit, like, how can I say, it lit the fire that became this channel, all right? This movement, this mission, all right? A shorty, how can I say, a shorty reacts, Writers for Life, you see where I'm coming from? Writers for Life brings you the, how can I say, Writers for Life brings you the Let's Talk About It podcast, right? Was born out of pain, all right? But it's fueled by a purpose, all right? I speak up for children's rights, especially those with special needs, because silence is a complicity, and I refuse to be complicit, all right? Let's be clear. Not all teachers are like these, all right? Some of these teachers are like, how can I say, I don't know what's up with them. Some of them could carry some mental health issues, some trauma from their childhood that they haven't figured out how to resolve, all right? So not all teachers are like this. There are educators out there who show up with love, passion, and integrity, all right? Every single day they deserve their flowers, right? But the ones who abuse their power, they deserve exposure, accountability, and removal. And what's crazy is the majority of these teachers, I mean, not the majority, all these teachers are underpaid, but the majority of these teachers show up with grace. So how do we improve? All right? We amplify stories, yours, mine, and the ones buried under bureaucracy, all right? We push petitions. I've got one circulating right now to protect kids and empower parents. Check it out and share it. It's in the description box down below. All right? Pretty soon the stream elements will be leaving the links down below for the petitions, man. So listen, little by little, Shorty's getting the channel together. All right? So let's do this, all right? We demand training, oversight, and reforms, especially in how schools handle children with special needs, all right? We build community Because when we speak together, we're louder than any system trying to silence us, all right? This isn't just about the teacher. It's about a culture that lets harm, how can I say, happen behind closed doors, and we're kicking those doors wide open, all right? So I would love for y'all to drop your thoughts, share your stories, and let's keep this dialogue alive, because every child deserves safety, dignity, and respect, and we're not stopping until that's the norm, all right? The link is down below for anybody that wishes to hop up and give their input, right? If you're a parent, if you're an advocator, all right? The link is down below if you wish to, give your input on this topic, all right? If you're a parent, a teacher, an auntie, a grandmother, right? Somebody that advocates for a community, a leader of your community, I would love to hear y'all comments, all right? So before we get started, I would like to ask y'all, all right? I want y'all to keep this question in mind. What happens to a child's spirit when the very person meant to protect them becomes the source of their trauma?
Today on Uncovered.
Are you gonna let me talk, or are you gonna keep talking over me? You dragging a kid.
On August 8th, 2024, at Maria Yates School in Madison, Illinois, officer arrested a teacher's aide after she was seen on camera kicking and dragging a first-grade student down the hallway. She barely shows any remorse when confronted, but becomes visibly distressed when she realizes she's going to jail.
How you doing? I'm good. How are you? Good. Let's go inside and talk for a minute. Is there a 5 on this door for us to get in? Over here. What about this one over here? It might be one. I don't know. I'm getting some information that there was an incident that took place today in the hallway.
This is crazy. But guys, all right, I want to let y'all know, listen, I know this topic is heavy, but don't worry, right? I'm not about to turn this into a TED talk with, sad piano music, all right? We keep it real and we keep it moving. So leave y'all comments down below, man. Let us shorty know what you think and how you, feel about this topic, all right? Listen, this is a very serious topic, but it's y'all in the chat down below, right? I would love to hear y'all input. Y'all more than welcome to goof around, joke around if y'all, doing that. But let's keep it respectful, all right? And I think I am streaming to Facebook, all right? But listen, let's drop some sarcastic truth bombs, all right? Some schools act like their motto is protect the reputation, not the children. Y'all sure this isn't a PR firm from a playground? I feel as though some of these kids are capable of running these schools because the ones running the school that are meant to be protecting them are behaving worse than these kids. All right? We've covered so many stories, right, on, how can I say, the defaults in these schools, all right, the failures in these schools, right, and not just with the schools, right, with some of these parents too. So once again, what happens to a child's spirit when the very person meant to protect them becomes the source of their trauma? And let me let y'all know, this is a very young teacher. You could tell by when you're looking at her. She's probably in her mid-20s, right, early 30s, I think. And I know that, before I got to this, I found this video through a short, all right? And what's crazy is, right, if I'm not mistaken, I think the end of the short, it got to, or I think in the short it was saying, you're an adult, what do you need your mom for? And I'm trying to figure out, why does a grown-ass person, right, is already teaching, is in the education field, all right, when they're in some type of trouble like this, has the need to have their parent in there with them, if they're the student. You would sit here and be like, okay, I know that the child would sit here and say, can I get my mom? Can my mom be present? But a teacher that's wrong, asking for the parent to be present like they're a child? Too many people are doing this. I've seen people in their 30s, 40s, and 50s do this. Can my mom be present? Do you have a disability? Are you, do you have some type of mental health that you need your parent with you? And if you do, why are you in this field? All right? I've talked about this so many times, all right? What can we do, right, to avoid these type of problems within these schools. All right. I have the link to the petition in the description down below. So make sure y'all go check it out. All right. On change.org.
I'm getting some information that there was an incident that took place today in the hallway. I'm gathering more information on that. But until I do that, which I'm getting now, I need you to sit tight and you're not going to be free to leave right now. But that's what the incident that took place in the hallway with one of the students.
Correct, but what am I being detained for?
I just told you because of the incident that took place in the hallway with one of the students.
I understand that. I understand that.
So that's why you're being detained. That's why you're not free to go. I'm looking into this matter.
Okay, but for what though? What is? I'm trying to understand what's being
the incident of what took place.
Right, the incident of what took place.
Yes,
I understand that, but
okay.
what is being investigated with the incident?
The handling of it.
Okay.
You feel as if that was appropriate?
To chase a student down to get into class?
And then what happened from there?
I put him in the classroom. He laid out on the floor, but I did put him.
Did you drag him?
I had a hand on him, absolutely, and he was resisting. Yes, I didn't drag him. He was on his
and,
head.
and that's what I need to look further into. But I'm going to tell you, preliminary, it looks as if you drugged him. And it also looks like there was a kick involved.
A kick?
Yes. So,
This is crazy.
so for right now, I'm going to sit in here.
And can I ask who asked for it to be investigated?
It's involving a kid.
Well, no.
Yo, I swear, man, if I was this officer, I would lose my patience with this damn teacher. Like, yo, shout out to the good teachers out there. Y'all deserve medals. The rest, y'all deserve a very long meeting with my ancestors, all right? And guess what? Shout out to Ms. Yo Thoughts, all right? If y'all miss Ms. Yo Thoughts channel, man, make sure y'all go check her out, all right? Like she said, the ancestors are here, all right? They got boots on the ground. Like, this situation is crazy. Like, why are schools quicker to, defend abusive staff than to believe a child's cry for help, especially if that child has special needs? And you know what's crazy? I got to give a shout out to this school right here. Because one thing I did notice is that the school did what they were supposed to do. This teacher, on the other hand, as y'all can see, has a habit of either hiding or constantly lying. Like, should we demand transparent investigation protocols and independent review boards that include parent and child advocate? Like, no more internal cover-ups, right? For, how can I say this? These are questions we should be aiming towards, not just each other, towards these legislators out here, all right, to make a change within our schools. And for those of y'all, for those of y'all that are, new, I recommend y'all watch, a lot of our past videos, right, so that y'all can see, right, that we're not just here to talk, all right? We are out here putting this footwork in. We actually meet up with the legislators. I have a petition roaming around, all right? My daughter's school, and this is a new petition that I got out because the other one was just old. So I made a whole new one, all right? Getting new signatures little by little, all right? And we try to get these these cameras, not just in one school, all right? Not just in a couple schools. We're trying to get it in every single school, all right? All over. Anywhere that there's a zip code, we're trying to get these cameras into each and every one of these schools, all right, in every class, every hallway, all right, so that we can see what's going on within these schools, all right. Shout out to this school that actually has a camera within the hallway, all right, but there's a lot of schools out here that actually don't have it, and I feel as though that these cameras will help, all right, for future incidents, right? And it will also prevent our kids with special needs and other kids that don't have special needs that are getting bullied, and they have to, defend themselves back because, in certain situations, if they don't defend themselves back, it's their lives or the other person's life on some real shit, all right? But so shout out to this school for having cameras
I understand that.
in the hallway, all right? I'm trying to find the full video, all right, where we could, actually do a review and reaction to this and have people come up and actually have a conversation with a shorty on how we could, better improve this situation besides what us parents that have boots on the ground in different cities and different states are already doing, all right?
But I'm just asking.
District administration.
Okay.
This is coming from the top.
Am I allowed to have my mother?
How old are you?
I'm 26.
Okay.
She's in the building.
Half or what?
Huh?
Half or what? Like with you?
Yes.
No, she can obviously be in the building. We're not going to stay in here right now. I just obviously didn't want to discuss this in front of
I
everybody.
would rather it be discussed in front of everybody else, so I have somebody else witness to the conversation.
Well,
The-
there's a big witness
The biggest witness you got is the camera.
right here that's being recorded. Okay. There will be another officer here momentarily, but unfortunately, no. I need to hang the phone up right now. You are officially.
I can't be on the phone because I'm being detained.
Being detained, she's not free to.
I can't.
Obviously, don't have her in handcuffs right now. Okay, cool. She can't be on the phone. Can't make contact with anybody.
I have you on speakerphone. I have Officer
And this airhead is a teacher.
Brady here.
I believe charges against this instructional assistant would be warranted. Is that something that you would want on behalf of your son?
Yeah, if he did something to hurt him or something he wasn't supposed to do, yeah.
Okay, I don't
know the full details because I just came to work,
No, I
so
understand.
I haven't got home yet to see my son. When I take a break, I'm gonna go home. Actually, I'm gonna call my daughter phone so I can try to talk to him.
Okay.
Because he didn't get off the bus until after I'm obviously at work.
Okay.
So I don't know the full details, but I want to know.
But we're at a point now that I think I would be taking her into custody prior to me taking action.
Yes.
Okay.
I am.
This is what's getting ready to happen, young lady. You're getting ready to be taken into custody. You're going to be charged with at least one count of battery and probably child endangerment. I will go over more with what exactly the charges will be when I get to the station. The officer is going to put you in handcuffs. She's going to obviously pat you down. She's going to transport you through the intake process when you get to the station. When you walk into.
You should have just told the truth. Like, they're telling you that they got video of you doing this, but yet you got the audacity to tell the officer to his face that you didn't do nothing but chase this kid down. You see what I'm saying?
To the station when I finish talking to building administration and district administration, and I'll be also the parent of the child. You have any questions for me?
No.
Go ahead and put your hands behind your back.
So when you go in there, tell her you arrested me too.
I just gotta check, make sure you don't have
I'll
any
let-
weapons or
I'll
any
let you
objects
tell
that
her
we
that.
can't have.
Having your ID will help expedite this process. Are you good, like, get it from your mom?
Not unless you want to tell her that you arrested me.
You're adults.
I don't care if I'm an adult
Okay,
or
then
not.
you just sit overnight. Then. I'm trying to help you out.
Like, she's acting like a child, a whole temper tantrum. Like, is you serious? Wasn't you just chasing a little child down the hall because he was having a temper tantrum? Did he get the behavior from you? Lord have mercy.
Young lady. But hold on. I've been nothing but cool with you.
Why y'all blocking her face now? Oh, y'all blocking the path.
I did
You're
explain
talking about an incident in the
that took place
hallway,
with
and
a
I
kid.
asked
Yes.
for more details,
There
and you're
was-
like, an incident in the hallway, an incident in the hallway. And
Did you know what incident happened in the hallway? Like, come on, let's be real. I don't know how many people are watching that are parents, but if you know, got a call saying that the teacher that your child is supposed to be teaching your child, right, sat here and chased your child down a hallway, right, pushed him, kicked him, did all this stuff, dragged him, right, what would you do? Boy, I'm telling you. And shout out to the good teachers out there. Like I said, I don't get tired of giving them the roses because it's unfortunate that teachers like this make a lot of them look like they're all like this. And that's not the case, though.
incident in the hallway.
And
I'm
then-
asking
then-
for more details
then
than you keep saying. An incident.
Are you gonna let me talk or are you gonna keep talking over me?
I wasn't done talking. You were trying to cut me off, but I'm done. Don't worry about it. I'm done.
I explained it was an incident with you dragging a kid. I stated that twice. You know exactly the
After
incident.
I asked for clarification.
Okay, and when I
More
knew
than
that,
once.
This
okay,
bitch
but
is
when I
dumb.
knew that, I explained that to you.
But I had to ask more.
Okay, it doesn't matter how many times. Did you get the information? Did you receive the information you were looking for? I told you I was investigating incident that I was informed of. I told you I needed to get more details. So I'm going to ask you this part one more time. Having your ID will help expedite this. You want me to get it from your mom, or would you like to sit in jail longer?
Actually, it's in my car. Now I'm thinking about it. It's not even in there. So
You mind doing
my
a lot-
purse is in the car.
You
So
mind doing
my
that?
car.
Does your mom have access to that?
If she has my keys, yeah.
Does she have your keys?
She might, yeah. I don't know because I let my sisters drive my car, so I don't know if she has my keys or if my sisters took my car.
Okay, all right. You mind lying?
Yeah, I'll send it anyway.
Okay.
Yo, what the hell? Like, wait a minute. Her mom goes with her to. I mean, her mom gotta work at the school. Her mom gotta work at the school. Like, I've seen a lot of. Yo, this is crazy. And the mom could probably be a good person, but is she a You know, I mean, I don't even want to call her a bad mom just because she's spoiling her child. You see where I'm coming from? But see, that's got to stop. Because look what parents are creating when they just spoil their child and there's no discipline, there's no, teaching, there's no morals, no nothing, no respect taught. I just think it's crazy a 26-year-old woman with a mama in the school. I'm just saying her mama got to work in that school. She has to. Like, if accountability only comes after viral outrages, like in this situation, how many silent stories are buried beneath the headlines? Is there a way to create, create safe, anonymous reporting systems for students and parents, support legislations that protects whistleblowers and mandates public reporting of abuse cases? Because, boy, if it wasn't for them cameras, that teacher would have gotten away with it.
What's happening up there?
During class today, or during the day, 2:45, the student reported to me that a lady in brown dragged him and kicked him. On investigation and viewing of the camera footage, we can see on the cameras that she does inappropriately drag the student down the hallway, approximately 10 to 15 feet, pushes him into the classroom,
Hello.
and kicks him. What is she
Damn.
grabbing him by his clothes? His arm and his collar. His arm and the collar.
So the one in the white is she carrying her? He kind of holding the kid first.
On the leg. He was on the ground.
It looks like he has his arm around him, like this.
He was playing pain on his elbow. He said that his head was hurting. His response was that because class was boring. So he elopes. He has an IEP. So he leaves the classroom space often. He stated that he left the classroom space because he was bored. However, right before the incident was reported, we did hear a call from one teacher to the person who dragged him to over the wall. She's not assigned to him. I don't know why that call was made to her, but a person called for her to respond to him.
Let me tell parents, right? Let me just say this to some parents out there, right? And this is just some advice. Y'all could take it or leave it. I want y'all to do your own research, right? If you got kids with autism and stuff like that, right? When you put them in these schools, right? You can ask for STS. Make sure you got the paperwork, right? Showing their condition and what it is that they have, right? All right, it may take a little bit, but as soon as you get them into these schools, and if you got any evidence of them having this, and it's unfortunate, right, that a lot of parents don't find out that their child has, ADHD or autism, right, until they hit these schools, right, and the signs start showing. But if your child is diagnosed at an early age, man, bring that paperwork, ask, request for, behavioral specialist, right? Because your child qualifies for it. And if they, until all that process gets done, get them an STS. All right. I mean, they're resourceful. I mean, I'm not saying they're the best. I feel as though behavioral specialists for a child with autism and ADHD are better than having an STS. But if your school has the option to have an STS until you're able to have wraparound services in your child's school for your child, do that. Like, we have to take these legal steps, right? Because at the end of the day, our kids will suffer. And some parents don't know this. And this is why I'm putting this out there, right? And a lot of teachers don't have the patience for it. We've done reviews and reactions to teachers that have sat here and bought alcohol, fucking, how can I say, fentanyl and more to these schools. I mean, they bought their own personal pills and stuff like that. Like, if they don't care about themselves, what makes you think that they care about these kids, all right? So those are the bad apples that we got to try to get rid of in these schools, all right, to better improve these schools and better help our kids in the future, all right?
I'm being outside.
Did you speak with your son?
Yes.
Is he okay?
Yeah, he was saying that his arm was hurting.
Did you see him at all?
I haven't seen him. I haven't been home because I had to go to work. So he don't be off the bus until after I'm already gone. So my daughter was there. So he was telling her what happened. When I called, she put him on the phone.
And what did he tell you?
He said that she threw him against the wall. She dragged him in the class and then she kicked him in class. He said he don't know if she was kicking his leg so she can shut the door. I don't know if he was not letting her shut the door or what. I don't know, but that's what
That's
he told
crazy.
me. I'm assuming if that happened in the hallway, the pulling and the other stuff, they got cameras. They should be able to see that. But in the class, he said that she kicked him.
Did he say how many times?
No, I didn't ask nothing. She said she was kicking me.
After you get your idea out, you were able to get him on the phone?
He was telling me she looked like a boy or something. Like I don't know the person. I don't know the name. I don't know how they look. He's trying to describe the person to me, but I don't even know who that is. He told me he was trying to get some water and he wanted to say hi to the coach. And I'm like, but if you're supposed to be in class, you should be in class. But people working in schools and working with people, I'm sure you are trying to deal with kids, not to drag them and kick them. You know, that's.
I mean, obviously, I don't know. I didn't see much of the preceding. What I saw they were standing in the hallway. Your son, there was another kid, and then I believe it was 3 adults. And they were walking down. They stopped to have a little bit of a conversation. Then, for whatever reason, your son starts to run. As she said, she starts running behind him. She catches up to him, grabs him by like the collar of the shirt. The way it appears, obviously, I'm not there. I can't hear, and you see it. But the way it appears, the momentum for catching up to him and grabbing him by the shirt, I think is what actually made him fall to the ground. It's not as if she like picks him up and throws him down.
Are you making is he making an excuse for her? Is he making an excuse for her? What really happened in that classroom? See, that's what I would like to know. And I want to, see if I could find the video. What really happened in that classroom?
On those motions, I think it was she was running, grabbed him, and then the momentum of her trying to bring him back, he hit the ground based on that. Unfortunately, after he does hit the ground, she doesn't stop with him and just hold him or come. Right. She continues down the hallway. Yes, by the shirt in the arm area. Get to the classroom, opens the classroom door. She gets to the door, kind of, I'm not going to say throws him in, but kind of swings him into the classroom. She's still on the ground, legs closer to the door. I do believe in it. If he's very observant and aware of what's happening, for him to say that he thinks that he was kicked because she was trying to get the leg in, because that's what I believe, and that's what I think they believe that school admin.
But why was she doing it like that? Why not call, for some help? Where was the security at? You see where I'm coming from? Like, what made this teacher feel like she could just kick this child to try to get him into a classroom? You see where I'm coming from? We know we don't want the child to run out of the school, but there's other ways, to de-escalate these situations with these kids. And some of these teachers are not well trained. Or if they did receive the training, guess what? They didn't pay attention.
Believes too for the initial. But it appears as if there was another kick. I can't tell if it actually makes contact. We just see the leg motion. Because obviously there's no classroom, of a kicking motion.
But even if you're trying to get a kid in class, why are you kicking?
No,
it's a way she could call the guys, Mr. Hunter, anybody for help. Like, you kicking him like you're a dog saying get in the class. Like, he's bad. My son is on medication. He got ADHD. I gave him the medication this morning. I don't know what's happening to happen, but I know the teacher was telling me probably after 1, close to 2, it wears off. So I don't know what's happening. He started being.
That was in that. It was
okay,
about
so
1:30.
the medicine probably starting wild then because he get it. I give him right before he get on his bus. So by the time he gets to school, he kick in and then can laugh. But expecting him to run his legs, dragging him and kicking him, that's going too far. They are trying, just like I am. I work with people. I work in a nursing home, even at schools. You are trying to work because you got different kind of people, different kind of kids. You do not drag them. You do not kick them. If they being like that already, you might have to step back for a moment. Not let them hurt themselves, but go get help. They have walkie-talkies. They call each other. So I don't even know this person, and I don't even understand. Even his teacher, she deals with him. She know how to put under his place. That's why I love the class he's in. He's on the honor roll now, and he's not running out to school like he used to. She know how to deal with him. She black, and she know how to talk to him to get him to do things.
And like I said, she drags him. Like I said, catches him out here. Classroom is back over here. It's a wall there. Mm-hmm. So she drags him down the hallway. Like she goes into the doorway of the classroom. Mm-hmm. And everything else is happening here. Right. So these people I know wouldn't have been able to see this. Now the drag, if they continue to watch, they possibly, I probably would have saw that, but I can't say for sure. But I don't know what they were doing after they started running. And as far as
this shit is crazy. Like, come on, that's bullshit. Now you're making excuses for this damn fucking substitute teacher. Yo, like, why are parents forced to become activists just to ensure their child's basic safety in a classroom? Like, is there a way to build parent-led coalitions, right, that hold schools accountable, share petitions, attend board meetings, and demand policy change that centers child safety, not institutional protection? And there's a big difference. And if y'all listen, I want y'all to pay attention, listen closely to what I said. All right. Build parent led coalitions, right? That hold schools accountable, share petitions, attend board meetings, right? Because a lot of parents don't attend them, and demand policy changes that center child safety, not institutional protection. All right.
Now the drag, if they continue to watch, they possibly, I probably would have saw that, but I can't say for sure. But I don't know what they were doing after they started running. And as far as the people in the classroom, they obviously wouldn't have saw the drag, and she would have saw the kick if they were looking at the door. But again, definitely don't know what's happening there because
That same man, why he didn't report that? Why he didn't say anything to the principal?
So that would be a question.
But he don't want to call on me, and my son wasn't abused. I never hit him in the mouth.
Saw a quick glimpse of the video, and actually I went and stopped the young lady immediately to make sure she didn't leave while I finished getting the rest of the information. And that's when I called you. I need to make. I was hoping you were going to say, well, I said hoping. I was figuring you would say you would want to pursue charges on this, but obviously I have to hear that from you versus your son. And when she said yes, she was taken into custody.
So what did she say?
I have not had a chance to. I only briefly spoke with her. I spoke with her when I first told her she was being detained. I let her know, being detained. I'm in the process of investigating the incident in the hallway. And then she said, "Well, what incident?" We're a little more detailed, but she is in custody. She is going to be charged, looking at possibly 2 charges. You are going to be charged. You're looking at we have the charge based on only what we see in the video. So with that being said, you're going to go back in the cell right now. I'm going to, like I said, call him and then hopefully.
Why did I do that? Yo, these videos be deep. I know they be touchy, man. But, these conversations are needed. For real, for real. All right. We need to have these conversations. All right. Find solutions. All right. Find solutions to the issues that we're having within our communities. All right, give me 1 second. I'm trying to get something here. Hold on. Why did I do that? All right. My bad. Man, these lives be, shout out. And I know a lot of people, it is a little touchy conversation for y'all, man. But like I said, man, they need it. Like, what kind of society are we building if children must survive school instead of thrive in it? All right. Is there a way to reimagine education as a healing space? Advocate for, inclusive classrooms, emotional literacy programs, and environments where where every child, especially those with special needs, is seen, heard, and protected. How can we make that happen? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and lie, man. Trying to get justice from the school districts is like trying to get Wi-Fi, right, in a cave. You keep refreshing, but all you get is silence and excuses, all right? I didn't sign up to be an activist, all right? I just wanted to pack lunch and complain about homework, but I'm here. I'm fighting, right? I'm fighting the system with a juice box in one hand and a petition in the other. On some real shit, all right? My therapist said I should try breathing exercises. I said, cool, man. I'll do it right after, I finish yelling at the school board. When I figure out, when I take, then I'll figure it out. I'll take a deep breath after I take that little walk and be like, damn, there could have been another way. But you just sat there and you just snapped, because it's kind of like, what type of language do you speak? Like, what language does the ones in power understand? I'm not gonna sit here and lie, man. I gotta give a shout out to all the good teachers out here, right? Y'all deserve medals. The rest of y'all deserve a very long meeting with my ancestors, all right? Shout out to the Tainos. I'm not sure what tribe y'all come from, all right? But shit, all this shit that's happening, man, we need to figure out what is it that we really, really want in life. This shit. Wait a minute. Right here. Give me 1 second. So I had it right. Give me 1 second, guys. All right. Give me 1 second. All right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna tell y'all what I want to say in 1 second. Like, let me deal with this. I just got this email real quick. All right, y'all. I'm back. All right, I just had to send that email real quick. All right, it's Monday morning, so emails are starting to come in. Commander, blessings. Yeah, I just got done talking about all these topics. I just got done talking about all these topics. All right. So with all that being said, guys, man, like I told y'all, I would love to hear y'all input. Leave y'all comments down below. All right. And I want y'all listen. Today we were not just talking. All right. We were confronting. All right. We were unpacking 4 stories that should never be headlines, but here we are. All right. A mother leaves her baby starving while chasing a man who couldn't even feed her soul. All right. A baby dies in a hot car while the parents praise God inside a church that forgot to teach accountability. Black women wait 3 hours for SHEIN, but won't wait 30 minutes to meet their child's teacher. And we had a teacher who, kicks and drags a 7-year-old like he's not somebody's legacy. This ain't just neglect, it's a spiritual amnesia. All right. We forgot the blueprint our ancestors bled for. We forgot we forgot that parenting is protest, that showing up for our kids is sacred, and that protecting our babies is non-negotiable. All right. We scream doing it for the culture. Doing it for the culture. Right? While the culture is crying in the corner like, don't put me on that. Don't put that shit on me. Don't put that. I ain't got nothing to do with that, man. If that's what you think culture is, man, leave me the fuck out that shit. That's how they be, yo, man. So today, all right, we didn't just laugh, all right. We didn't just cry, all right. We got real, because if we don't fix the mirror, we'll keep raising reflections of pain, all right. So let's be clear. Neglect isn't just forgetting your child; it's forgetting your responsibility to the future. All right. It's choosing a man over motherhood. It's choosing fashion over function. It's choosing silence when a child is being dragged across a classroom floor. All right. And the government, they don't step in to save. They step in to clean up the mess we left behind. But our ancestors didn't leave us. How can I say? Our ancestors didn't leave us a mess. They left, they left a map, a blueprint of resilience, sacrifice, and sacred duty. So how do we improve? All right. The way we do that is by showing up. All right. We show up at our schools, at homes in our own, like in our own healing. All right. We got to be present to that. We got to prioritize that first. All right. What do we prioritize? Kids over clout, legacy over likes. What do we protect? Every child like they carry the blood of Harriet, Malcolm, and Big Mama. All right. We reflect on our ancestors, our silence, and our how can I say, our distractions. All right. Because if we don't change the story of our children, all right, our children will inherit the same tragedy, just with better filters. All right. So let's do better. Not just be, how can I say, not just for the babies in the headlines, but for the ancestors watching, whispering, we didn't survive for this. All right. It's too many of us focusing on the wrong shits, making things, how can I say, making things their priority when their kids should be their priority. All right. I'm trying to see if anybody's saying something in there before. Let's see. All right, so it's only Commander, and that's some real shit, yo. We forgetting that blueprint. We need to remember that blueprint. Like, we really, really, really. How can I say it? Let me see. All right, let me put it like this. All right, before we log off. All right. All right. Let me see. What up, dude? We got girl dad cooking up a deliciousness. All right, he says what up, and everybody in the chat, top of the morning, blessings. Nothing, just I'm just trying to, how can I say, in this live with a positive message. All right. So like I was telling y'all, man, I'm just here to remind y'all. All right, our ancestors didn't die for us to be this lost. All right, the things that we could do. All right, these are the things that we could do. All right, we reclaim the village, not just in hashtags, but in habits. All right, instead of doing these things on social media, we create a habit within ourselves. All right, remember that blueprint, study it. All right, practice it, and do it. We hold each other accountable, not just in comments, but in conversations. All right, because a lot of people sugarcoat shit. We need to hear loudly so our children don't inherit our silence. All right? We need to protect fiercely because every child is a revolution waiting to happen. Just because, they failed us in the process of, I'm not saying they failed us. I think, I'm going to put it like this. Our generation is really destroying this generation. And guess what? This generation is letting themselves get destroyed because they got the same attitude that we did at one point. I don't give a fuck. And we're not showing them how to heal from that because they taught us how to share everything except for that pain. All right. So once again, if you're a parent, a teacher, a neighbor, a friend, this is your altar call to show up, to speak up, to rise up because the ancestors, they are watching and they're not clapping for our distractions. All right. They're waiting for us to remember who we are. So tonight, don't just log off. All right. Reflect, repent. All right, recommit because the babies deserve better and the ancestors demand it. They already got boots in the ground. All right. And what's crazy is I'm not going to sit here and lie because lately this is the type of message that I've been giving out. Lately, I've been talking about how we've been going deep into the system. All right. Breaking it down little by little, getting through the loopholes, having conversations about, that it shouldn't be 50-50, that it should be 100-100 and much more. All right. We've been talking about how to better improve ourselves within our communities, within our homes. All right. Within the things that we're doing on a daily. How do we improve ourselves? How do we become a better us? Right. A better us from yesterday. All right, because me personally, I'm not in competition with you. You may be fighting demons and coming online, bleeding, expecting for someone to hand you a bandage, right? To, how can I say, ease the blood from coming down fast. But at the end of the day, all right, ain't none of us out here being therapists. All right, we're just calling shit out the way it should be called out. And we're not sugarcoating it. All right? Because we're not here for validation. We're not here for clout. All right? Yes, we want people to view our videos, our lives, because we want people to see the message, all right, or the advice that we're bringing out there. All right? We bring awareness. We open panels to have conversations, not debates, not to bash, not to create drama, not to create fake drama, not to sit here and make other people mad. We ain't trolls. We don't live under a bridge trying to collect people's, how can I say, emotions and coins. We're here to better our communities. All right? And if you don't improve you first, there's no way in hell you can sit here and try to help somebody improve themselves. All right? Because if you're drowning, how can you give somebody a hand? Let's make that make sense and sit with that. Till next time, this is y'all shorty Racheal, and I hope that y'all enjoy the stream, man. Smash that like button if y'all was entertained. The dislike button is there, man. But what I really, appreciate the most is when y'all share my videos, because y'all sharing my videos helps a shorty a lot. All right. The stream elements is working, guys. All right. So before, all the links are not working, but if y'all type exclamation Gary sleeps, y'all will get, hold on one second, y'all will get the link to Gary's channel. All right, guys, if y'all type exclamation Petty Vision, all right, Petty Vision, y'all will get the link to 9% Petty Vision. All right, if y'all type in exclamation Writers for Life Shorts, y'all will get the link to my shorts channel. All right, if y'all type in exclamation donations or Cash App, oh shit, I spelled that wrong, or Cash App, y'all will get the link to my Cash App. All right, and y'all will be able to support or shorty from there. Did I spell donations right? I think I'm going to have to fix that. Let me see. Because I know it works for PayPal. Yep. Commander got it. So y'all going to have to type in exclamation PayPal and exclamation Cash App. And y'all will get those two links. All right. Little by little, all right, I will be updating that link. Those links, all right, and y'all will get different content creators' channels, all right, ways to support a shorty, whether it's through a Cash App, a PayPal, or going directly into Amazon and purchasing one of a shorty's poetry books, or it'll send you straight to my Instagram where you can have a conversation with a shorty on how to purchase her merchandise. All right, my website, we're getting it ready. All right, I got a new website. All right. So it will be having our merchandise and much more on that website. So the website will be up soon. The link to the website will be, thrown down below by the stream elements soon. All right. So little by little, give a shorty some time. Okay. I'm getting the grip of this. It's just that if I had some more time, like a lot of these content creators, I could do it. But I'm a mommy first. All right. I still got a 15-year-old and an 8-year-old, all right, that I gotta look for after. I gotta cook. Listen, I gotta do breakfast, I gotta do lunch, I gotta, sit here and do, dinner sometimes. Like sometimes I don't even got time to do that. All right. I don't come on this bitch out here, how can I say, fighting my demons at night and waking up in the morning having brunch with the devil. All right. That's not what a shorty be doing. All right. So I appreciate those that do show a shorty support, man. So listen, little by little, we're going to come up, and y'all listen, y'all, the chat is what helps a shorty out. When y'all on here having conversations, you see where I'm coming from? Whether y'all want to, be in the chat talking to a shorty or hopping on the panel when the panel is open. Y'all are the one that make this channel. Y'all are the one that make me. All right? If it wasn't for y'all, a shorty wouldn't make it this far. But don't let people sit here and fool y'all and say, oh, I'm this, I'm that, my channel is the best, right? I don't need nobody. That's bullshit. As content creators, without our chats, we ain't nothing. You see where I'm coming from? So our chats do actually matter. when it comes to us content creators. And that's why I don't get tired of telling y'all, yo, oh, Tito, shout out to, KG and Bo, but I'm a female, I'm a female. It's okay. I get it a lot, especially when I wear the cap. I don't mind it. Listen, I got the tomboy style. But welcome in, shit. Listen. What is life without a little bit of humor? I get that a lot, yo. I'm not going to sit here and lie. That's because I don't got my hair out right now. So I appreciate all of y'all, all right? Without the chat, us content creators ain't shit. So don't believe content creators out there when they tell you, I don't need the chat, I don't need nobody. We wouldn't make it as far as we make it without y'all. That's why I constantly listen. I did a live the other day. Make sure y'all go check it out, all right? We need to stop feeding the same thing we're claiming to hate, all right? Because we're the reason a lot of these celebrities are going viral. We're the reason why a lot of these influencers that we so claim not to like are going viral, all right? So if we stop feeding them, all right, we won't hear from them. You won't see them, all right? So, just sit with that. But listen, I got to get off this, John. It's already 4:37 a.m. here in Philadelphia. I appreciate everybody that has came in, tuned in, showed a shorty support. Once again, all right, like I told y'all, hit a shorty up, especially if y'all are interested in a shorty Writers for Life merchandise, all right? We got the hoodies, all right? We got the shirts, we got the joggers, all right? These are done through third-party companies. So just hit a shorty up, right? And I'll let y'all know how to get, rest in peace hashtag predators. All right, because in this bitch, we be building caskets a lot. We be exposing those predators. We be breaking it down, and we be talking about it. We got the joggers, we got the book bags, and these are the Writers for Life original hoodies. So just hit a shorty up and let her know these are ways that you can support a shorty and everything that she is doing. All right, we're not gonna be out here begging. All right. So like I told y'all, later on along the line, we're gonna bring on the games. I'm just trying to figure out how to do this little spin the wheel thing on the stream elements, right? So I got to do that on the computer. Once I learn how to use the stream elements on the computer, we're gonna bring out the 8-ball and stuff like that. I think you could bring out the 8-ball now. If I'm not, I think it's called, what is it called? I have it up here somewhere. All right, we got the spin the wheel game. We got like 2-3 games on this, John, all right? And we're going to do giveaways. All right, so we already monetized. Let's see, like I said, like I can't do the giveaways like I used to before. Listen, before Shorty was doing 4 jobs, like 3 to 4 jobs, all right? I was a health aide. I was working at the stadium, all right? And I was doing little side gigs. So I was doing all this shit out of pocket. A shorty not like that now, so I'm gonna do a lot of stuff depending on how this, monetization works out, and some of it is gonna come out of pocket, but we'll see how this works out later on the giveaways. All right, so we are gonna be working on the giveaways, and they're gonna be for members only. All right, we're gonna bring back the games, and like I told y'all, members only, because we're gonna be giving out Writers for Life merchandise. Sometimes we might give away, cash prize. Like it depends. So unless you're a member, right, like I'm not going to sit here and say this is going to happen tomorrow. It's going to happen next week. All right, y'all got to give me some time. I'm hoping that, by, in a few months, we can have all this set up. But I doubt it. I'm going to say by the summertime, we'll start doing the giveaways. All right, I don't like making promises. But I'm hoping that by the summertime, I can get my computer in with the graphics card, and we can start using the OBS and stuff like that. So that way y'all can see everything properly on the screen. But yeah, man, with that being said, man, let me get off this John, guys, yo, and stay blessed, yo. And listen, don't forget to leave your comments down below for those of y'all that catch the replay, all right? But I got to get off.
Religiously, understand the 7 principles of hell. You'll understand the 7 demons within you. You'll understand the whole concept. There's a whole metaphysical concept. We ain't go over that, but anyway, so from